Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pinoy News. How y'all doing, man? Look, I'm here with my boy General Chief.
Hi.
I got the link for the stream in the motherfucking chat room. It's it's Saturday morning at 2:35 a.m. And I'm not hundred
That's
percent
how we do.
sure why it is that we're doing a live stream at this time of the night, other than the fact that I'm awake and this is just what it is, and we're gonna get it the fuck in.
It
But
is what
General,
it
how you
is.
doing today, man?
I'm doing well.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you were talking about like gravity and stupid motherfuckers on Discord.
What I was saying was that I think that people have gravity, man. Like certain people have more gravity than others. You know, like a super autist who lives with his mom. Has like almost like a negative gravity. Kind of. But like there are people that have gravity. Like there are people where like they attract other people to them, and it's not even necessarily all the time a good thing. Like sometimes it can actually get kind of fucked. It's not like a positive or a negative thing. It's just some people just tend to attract people to them. It's called gravity, right? And it applies to, uh, I guess, like fucking particles. But it also applies to people. I think it applies to people as well. I think that's a thing.
I feel like what you're talking about is charisma, and it's not actually gravity, right?
I label it as gravity, and I think it's applicable and it works, and I'm gonna continue to work with it.
I mean, like it kind of is, but ultimately, what you're talking about is charisma and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's kind of like we kind of already have a word for this. I mean, like I'm fine with using your new
No,
word.
Tom, what I want to do is I want to co-opt a basic principle of science and use it for my own purposes. I am doing this maliciously. It's not because it makes sense. It's because fuck you, science. That's
Mm,
really
mm,
what it is.
mm. So I should
If
probably
you
tell everybody. General is mad at the science god, right? Like I'm not 100% sure of why he's mad at it, right? But like I do respect his anger, you know what I mean, just as an in general thing, because like I really do enjoy just people being angry at things and wanting to tear them down because I enjoy tearing things down and destroying shit. It's one of my
forest
favorite things.
fires are sometimes necessary.
Yes, and ultimately I enjoy being, you know what I mean, that forest fire from time to time. You know what I mean? Like I kind of enjoy that shit, right?
I want a forest fire to happen. I think that it's actually been far too long since a good forest fire has happened. Shit's starting to get weird. You know, it's like when it's been too long since a forest fire has happened, shit starts to get autistic, and we don't want that.
Well, I mean, like when you have too much overgrowth, you end up with like just too many goddamn bugs and parasites, or not enough. Like you end up choking out all the bugs and parasites. All of a sudden, everybody has to climb to the top of the trees to be able to survive, and that's not how the hell shit's supposed to work. You know what I mean? Yo, Willie Cogley, what up, man? Listen, I put the link in the motherfucking in the chat room for anybody that wants to come in. Yo, what up, Willie?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, how's it going?
Yo, Willie, man, listen, Willie is somewhere between the age of like fucking 25 and like 78. We're not 100% sure.
Let me fucking actually like do this.
This guy looks like someone who went to Woodstock, but 30 years ago.
I went to Woodstock and they fucking beat the shit out of Woodstock.
Yo, you're right. You're right.
Back with
He
the
does look
t-shirt.
like he went to Woodstock, but like it was like 5 or 10 years ago.
How's it going, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
The acid wasn't that good.
I agree. I agree. Right. So anyway, back to killing Science God. So General, you never really did explain to me why it is you want to kill Science God.
It's an affront to Science God.
Well, what's in the
No,
front?
sorry. It's an affront to nature God. Sorry, let me be very particular with my speech here. The reason why I want to kill Science God is because it is an affront to nature God. The entire thing is an affront to nature god. It is evil. It is the fruit from the tree. It is the Tower of Babel. It is that whole thing. It is not favorable. Can we stop doing this? That is my position. I am dying on that hill. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, listen, I'm fine with your mentality, right? So I feel like we should probably explain like what nature God is, right? Like you should probably like explain to the people what nature God is as a whole. That way, like they can have a better understanding of why that like science God is an affront to nature God.
The the nature god is have you ever held your hand over a fire? Ouchie, ouchie, that hurts. You pull your hand away from the fire, right? No amount of mathematics or physics textbooks or whatever the fuck is going to have anything to say about you pulling your hand away from the fire, right? That is a thing, right? That's a thing that humans have. We don't like pain, and there's actually a lot of things that we don't like, and there's also a lot of things that we do like, and like that's cool. Like that's the human animal right there, right? But then we also have like some other fucking ideas about shit where we like constructed, like mathematics and morality and all this fucking AI. We made AI. Oh, it's so good. Tools, fucking tools. The tools are so they're the worst.
Yo. So like I was trying to so I signed up for the Google AI thing, right? You know what I mean? Because I figured, listen, the best AI on the planet is probably going to be Google's, right? Because it's fucking Google, right? And I asked Google AI to make me like an old agey Chinese person, right? You know what I mean? Like fucking with like a cone hat and you know what I mean, like a white shirt or whatever, right? And it said no, that's racist, and refused to make me that fucking character.
Thank you, AI. Yes, yeah, because the people fucking inventing AI are the people who actually know how this whole fucking structure works. Yeah. I hate shit run by humans. The worst fucking thing in the entire universe is shit run by humans. Humans suck. I hate it when shit is run by humans. What I much prefer is when shit is run by nature god. That is a much better leader. That is a leader that I trust to that's my ride and die Bay, right? That's I love that guy. Fucking happy Valentine's Day. That is the dude that I trust. It's nature god. That's the dude. I trust that dude above anybody else. Oh, fuck all you niggers. Fuck you guys. But that is
All right,
that's the
if this
thing.
guy's running for political office, I will vouch for him. Hell yeah.
Look, you have a guy in Buffalo who wants to vote you in as dictator.
Nature God is my ride or die, but also we are all human beings, and I value my fellow human beings much more than I value AI. Fuck AI. AI can go fuck itself. I hate this construction. I hate this Tower of Babel. We should tear this Tower of Babel down. But I do love my fellow humans in this game because we are all fellow humans, and I fucking appreciate every fucking one of you, my fellow humans. You're genuine humans. You're different than AI. We can rise above this.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like a lot of the people that we talk to on Discord on a regular basis, you could replace them with the AI and nothing would change.
I swear to God, that is actually kind of true. Mankind has to fucking overcome this shit, man. We are not cattle. We are not sheep. We are humans. We're the best. We are not meant to be domesticated. Don't be domesticated.
Yeah, but you're domesticated, though.
No, I'm not.
I mean, like, you're living in a pod.
A fox can live in a pod.
Yeah, I mean, you live in a pod, right? So, I mean, like, again, so...
A fox can live in a pod. All aspects of economics and sociology are really just a version of ecosystems. This is an ecosystem. There are many niches in an ecosystem. Fuck you. I understand this better than you do.
Right. I mean, listen, so, but yeah, but you're not, once you're no longer part of the ecosystem, that literally means like you're becoming domesticated. And by the way, here's some crazy shit for y'all. Like every animal that you domesticate ends up having shrinkage of its brain. So like you get dumber with domestication. You don't
Yes,
get
that
smarter.
is true. Yeah. Domestication tends to make things into dumb slaves. But that's the whole thing. I refuse. I patently refuse to be made into a dumb slave. That's not happening. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting made into. I'm not being domesticated. That's just not. It's just no. I will fucking kill myself before I'm domesticated. Fuck you. Like that's a point that I really want to make.
Man, listen. Yo, my man's over here, God and Apostle of Tommy, said 40 grams of flour, 20 grams of stored. Hey, man, let's not put it up on the tree. 20 grams of cornstarch, sugar, and baking soda with 25 milliliters of water, and you get a dough that can withstand the heat of a nuke. I'm not 100% sure why he said that, but like I agree.
That it sounds like an interesting baking recipe.
Yeah, I mean, like I thought, like when I read the baking soda, I thought maybe he was talking about crack. You know what I mean? But like,
I have no idea. I don't know what that makes, but it sounds
That's a recipe. You
tasty.
gotta be
Probably.
very careful on cooking.
I think what it makes is that shit they used to call shit, man. It was like Taggart or something like that.
Yo, Tom. You know what's crazy? You know what's actually crazy, right?
What up?
Dude, there are humans that are not acting like humans, like right now. I swear, like you know that's true. Like there are fucking dude. There are humans that are basically behaving like algorithms, and they're not being humans. That's fucked.
Well, yeah. Listen, like nobody wants. You have to remember, like, so the whole purpose of liberalism is to conquer being a human.
But you can't ever conquer being a human because the whole thing is constructed by humans. Like, that's an impossibility.
Yeah, I mean, again, though, like, but like the whole purpose of liberalism is to stop being a human, like to lose all like the things that like stop you from being like a fucking like an animal, right? I mean, that stop you from being like connected to other humans and being part of a fucking like community and a family and like all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole purpose of liberalism is to divorce yourself from that type of shit. What?
God, like, okay, Tom, what is your perspective on the Enlightenment, right? Because I know that you're a big fan of Machiavelli,
yeah.
but the Enlightenment, like overall, I think you're kind of against.
Okay, so Machiavelli had almost nothing to do with the Enlightenment, right?
Well, I mean,
hang on, I'm gonna explain this to you.
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
There's a lot of people trying to retcon Machiavelli shit where like they go, Machiavelli wrote The Prince as like a what not to do type of thing. It's fucking stupid. Like shut the fuck up, right? Basically what Machiavelli did was he allowed for the state to be created in like a secure place enough that you could have something like the Enlightenment, because like you don't have progress without security, right? At the end of the day, you don't have like invention, and like this is why the idea of like libertarianism is dumb, because like governments create markets by making things safe. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have safety, you can't have like people doing trade.
Okay. So Tom, okay. I think that ultimately this is actually a semantic argument. I think that I am more of a libertarian because I'm anti-government, and I don't know where the fuck you come from, but you're also anti-government.
Yes.
So we agree on anti-government, and that's like it's I think that your hatred of me being a libertarian and also me being a libertarian, like I think that's more of a semantic thing. We both hate the government. That's what matters. We both hate the government.
Okay. So like I hate the government, right? As within me, it's in my like DNA to hate the fucking government, right?
I think it might be a little bit of my DNA as well.
I mean, like quite literally, like so, like my family's from like Southern Italy, right? And Italians as a whole always hated the government because the government was always trying to like divorce us from our families, right? And for us, there's nothing more important than your fucking family and your clan and your fucking name, right? You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
like
that
for
is
us, like,
that is the proper way that humanity ought to live. Yes.
Yeah, we have this just natural inclination of hating all fucking like centralizing fucking state governments and shit, right? So with that being said, you have to understand that like like libertarianism is kind of fucking like retarded because like the American version of libertarianism is the idea that like I can just do whatever I want and I don't have to like fucking be beholden to anybody to fuck else. When the truth is like when I'm fighting against the government, what I want to do is I want to fight against the government so I can be beholden to my family and my family can be beholden to me and I can take my proper place in my neighborhood and in my society.
I mean, yeah, see, this is why it is that you and I agree. It's because we both understand, I think, the purpose of a tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like honestly, I think that you and I like agree like wholeheartedly on a lot of things, but we just have like semantic like word differences over like what these exact objects are.
Yeah. I mean so I mean the problem that I think we run into is that just wants to be a man. Like, that is basically it, right? Like, I just want.
By the way, if anyone I
What up?
I have no idea if anyone is possibly listening to this shit. But if anyone,
we have 15 people watching right now. What are you talking
well,
about?
if anyone did want to pop in, I'm a friendly conversationalist.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, again, we have 15 people watching this bitch right now.
Fuck yeah, 15 people, let's go.
Right? Like, yo, listen, like, bruh, I told you, like, a live stream will get views. You know what I mean? But, like, and I love this conversation. This is one of my favorite conversations that me and you have all the time, right? Because, like, it tests me to my limits of my abilities of understanding of, like, how things work. And, like, it always, like, brings out shit in me to make me, like, go, like, God damn it, I need to be a better dude. You know what I mean? Psycho, I always want you to come on. You know what I mean? Like, that. Come on now, dog. Right? But like
Tom, like I do feel like I'm like sometimes I'm kind of like testing the limits of my sanity.
Oh, my name's Scott. Yo, what up, Scott?
What's that?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Chilling.
Fucking I'm fucking stoned out of my goddamn mind.
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, yo, I got a question for you, Tom.
What up?
Are you a ghetto black white or ghetto white guy? Are you a black?
Again, I literally just said I'm Italian.
You're Italian. You're just a fucking you're just a mafioso Italian.
I'm just Italian.
I've wanted this for like fucking however long I've been following.
No,
I always thought you were a fucking wigger.
Hold on, Pinoid is not just Italian. Pinoid is a mountain Italian.
Yes,
it's actually it's a different breed.
Yeah, well, it's Calabrian.
Fucking Sicilian.
Like, people from the Apennine Mountains, but like is what it is. We're Appalachians now.
Oh, I see. You live in the South. That's why.
No. I live on the East Coast. Right. I live fucking in PA.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, what up, Toronto guy?
Canadians suck, by the way.
Yeah,
Canadians suck.
Country.
Fuck you, fucking dude. Canadians. You guys are retarded.
Can you smuggle me in? I'll trade me with some faggot liberal. Your country's fire.
I mean, actually, we should set up a trade like that.
I think that's a great idea. Your country would be better. You got to go to
my
Florida.
God.
Though.
Yo, listen, bruh. Yo, we have the opposite of general. We have an ad hoc.
Oh, hi.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh,
Ad
What the
hoc,
fuck is an ad?
Your mic is trash.
Isn't an ad hoc some fucking type of English language shit?
Yeah, ad hoc's like it's like a throwaway thing, but like
Oh.
it's a term for a verbiage. Ad hoc. Turn up your microphone. Higher.
Stop being retarded.
What's happening? What the fuck's up with?
I'm trying to get ad hoc to fix this microphone.
Stop being retarded. Fucking hell.
Bloody hell, mate. So you're telling me you're from the Appalachians? Where the fuck are you from? Where are you from, G?
I've said this before. I exist in a state called Maryland, right?
You
And
about to do fucking
here's the thing about Maryland.
Ravens are the best football team in the world. You can't tell me shit.
Overall, Maryland is
That's
a
not true.
terrible fucking state, and I don't
Yeah,
think that it makes sense for anybody to fucking live in Maryland.
Do they not? Is it not like loose laws when it comes to like?
But I will say this.
No,
and
no.
I
Maryland
do
does not lose laws in any way.
Really? It seems like
I do want to say
Seems
this.
like
Here's the thing, right? I live in Maryland,
Yes,
and
Psycho
I was
100%.
able to buy what is this
100%.
Florida Kush from a legal dispensary, and that is cool. That is cool that I could through
just get
like
that recently?
basically
Yeah.
I bought weed from the
Oh
government.
fuck!
Like I
Yeah,
think it's cool
we've had
that
that
you
for
can
a
buy
while.
weed from the government. That's fuck.
They
Like
up the
that is a
price way too
cool
much.
like Maryland
It is
thing.
cool, yeah, and they tell you like what's up, like how much percentage it is and shit.
Yeah,
You
dude,
get it
I
from
know
you get it
exactly
from
what I'm
home, and
getting.
he's
I'm
like,
like,
oh,
oh
it's the
yeah,
super ultra mega kush,
dude,
but he's
this is
fucking just smoking ass.
this is half indica, half sativa. Like there's a particular like percentage. I can look at the fucking.
Okay, at least you guys are good at that now.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
surprised.
it's like
I'm
it's
surprised
good.
that's-
Like it is. I do appreciate that about Maryland.
The
Fuck yeah.
war on drugs is a fucking joke. It's an absolute fucking joke.
The war on weed is a joke.
The war
doesn't
on-
mean
You don't think there should be legalized cocaine, legalized mushrooms?
No,
No.
okay. I think mushrooms absolutely legalized. LSD probably legalized. Cocaine legalized. But I think that there ultimately there has to be a limit. We can't like.
Well, of
we
course,
can't go
it's a
easily with
fine
it.
line you got to walk.
So like
Yeah.
when it comes to like fentanyl, like I
Oh,
feel
fuck
like you have,
fentanyl.
I feel like you have to say
That's
no.
just trash.
I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
just
you have to
garbage.
say no to fentanyl.
Yeah, G is
Yeah, of
not a
course.
small hat. Actually, his name is General
I'm-
Chief, right? He is not a
I'm
small
a
hat.
I'm a fucking
General is,
I'm a libertarian.
yeah,
Libertarians are cringe half the time, but fucking I don't like it. Conservatives and Republicans and Democrats, all that shit are faggots.
Yeah, I'll be
That's what I
honest
feel.
with you, man. Libertarians are
yeah.
fucking children.
No, the libertarians are based. Fuck you.
They're children.
No, the
Me
libertarians
all
are
the
based.
fucking
Fuck
time.
you.
It's just me. I want to do what I want to do. It's me.
No, you're
it's-
definitely
no,
right.
it's-
In some way, you're right for sure.
No, it's
a
more
very
like fuck off, fuck the government, fuck you.
if we
Stop
didn't
trying
live
to
in the
control
world,
me.
if we
That's
didn't
what
live in the world we
libertarianism
live in now, if things weren't so fucked up, it would be less selfish. It's just a pie in the sky idea, basically. But I wish we'd get there someday. Should be way better. Should be way better if everyone just leave each other the fuck alone. You know.
Yeah, like
But then-
libertarians,
but
like
then-
they have this issue of where like so, like do you know like where original like liberalism comes from?
Faggotry.
I think old school liberals aren't so bad.
Yeah. Listen, no. Well, here's the problem, though, right? So, like, their idea is like the religion of the merchants, right? So, like, they want to
The
be able to
fucking
divorce their
Jews, the
families.
cabal.
Well, no, they want to divorce their families and travel, like, and go do whatever they want, and not be beholden to anybody but themselves. No community, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like, no like race, no anything. You know what I'm saying?
I
Right, and
love my race.
Right, and that's the fucking problem.
No, of course, definitely. No, I understand that shit.
and that's a libertarian
I
ideology.
also I feel like I don't have a community. That's part of the reason why.
Yeah.
Why I
Well,
feel
you have to build those. By the way,
yeah, I live in the city. It's all Asian people. It's all fucking brown people.
Here's the thing that you guys are not realizing, right? Like I'm a Fed, right? So you gotta
Fucking
realize,
glowing.
Oh,
you gotta
shit,
realize
you're
I'm
a
a
fed.
Fed.
I just showed
Straight
up
up.
with this avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
General's
you
not
better
bad.
not say anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you dropped the N bomb earlier. I'm like 90.
I'm a Canadian spy. I'm gonna fucking report you to China, buddy.
Yep.
You're done. You're fucking done. You
Everybody's in
anti-Semite.
trouble.
You fucking
Yo,
anti-Semite.
Yo, Psycho, what up, man?
Yo, what up? Yeah, I popped in because you said libertarians are children. No. Libertarians are not children. Everybody who supports the government wants to milk the tit of the government.
Yeah, listen. So, like, your government's
His
supposed
point of
to be
being
at, like,
selfish
a
is right,
community
though.
level, right?
Definitely. Slightly.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you're supposed to have a nation, right? Not like a state, but like a nation of people who have like a shared ethnic heritage, fucking language, religion.
Oh, we stopped having that like 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is why like libertarianism is stupid. It ends up just creating a whole bunch of like fucking like individualized like.
Do you not think if we didn't keep bringing in third world motherfuckers and had like old school like blacks and whites and Chinese and motherfuckers get along if they're all under the like freedom of America, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, again, blacks and whites and Chinese don't get along. It's kind of obvious that doesn't happen. When you have blacks have their own area, they get along just fine. You know what I mean?
Okay. So when we say blacks, whites, and Chinese don't get along, blacks and whites kind of get along. Blacks and Chinese don't get along. Whites and Chinese get along just fine.
Oh my
Maybe
god!
it's because I'm a wigger. I never had issue with black people.
Yeah, I mean, because Chinese people want to be like whites because like they're like, listen, the whites are like
Chinese are the worst of all nations. I would just say nations in general.
Click.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. I had the wrong button turned off. No wonder I couldn't hear my
All right. So ad hoc is the opposite of general, right? You're like the same thing, but you're the opposite, right? But so like general, you want to like go back to nature and like, you know what I mean, be like a forest dwelling, you know what I mean, monkey see banana guy. And ad hoc is I want to live in the pod and eat the bugs and you know what I mean, like fuck a virtual sex doll.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna say no to the pods. I have eaten fried grasshoppers and they were pretty good. I'm more of a futurist as opposed to that.
Yakub.
What does a futurist mean exactly?
Cyberization.
I prefer to look forward rather than back, but yes, mostly cyberization. Let's go transhuman.
What do you mean you prefer to look forward
That sounds like hell,
rather
brother.
than back? Like, do you not take into account what constructed you?
Yes.
I want to say, bro, I love your avatar, dog. Like, I love it a lot, man. Listen, that avatar is the shit. I just want to say
You're just a positive accelerationist, basically.
This seems to be insanity. I don't like
this.
this.
It's not accelerationism about.
Well, if it keep going down that road, it's gonna be garbage. We're gonna get all fucked. We're gonna get eaten by robots and shit.
No, it's more optimistic into the ghost in the shell kind of aspect of cyberization of, hey, we can dive the internet without having to need our smartphones, which everybody's already attached to begin with.
You serious?
Yeah,
that's
like that's.
You thought
like,
about how this is gonna be a good thing? That sounds like hell, bro. That sounds awful.
Why does it sound like hell to be able to look up anything at any time, at every moment?
Eyes? Through your brain?
I already have that. It's called a cell phone.
I don't want it in my fucking brain, though. That sounds like some like spooky ass fucking demon shit, bro. That sounds awful, bro. That's terrible.
Why does it sound awful?
Have
I have a fucking chip in my brain? You want the Elon Musk monkey shit?
Have I told you guys tonight that I love you guys and also happy Valentine's Day? Have I told you guys that?
Fucking Valentine's Day.
I love you guys.
You're 3 days too late, but I do appreciate the sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta go grab a Bud Light. Some guy told me he loves me.
You better be drinking fucking.
Is that
Better
what
be
you do?
drinking PBRs, buddy. It's PBRs and nothing, my friend.
But
These are the greatest beers on the fucking planet.
So
If you ain't
the
drinking
idea
these, you're a pussy.
the idea of cyberization it's just connecting more to the internet and making humans smarter.
Do you want
rather
a chip in
than-
your brain? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'd rather have a chip in my brain than a chip on my wrist.
Yeah, man. Listen, I prefer to like go back to like monkey see banana, eat banana. You know what I mean?
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm totally gonna say what is it, Uncle
Uncle Ted.
So,
yeah,
like,
Uncle
would
Ted
you?
was totally 100% right.
He
But
was 100%. He was like 90%.
You would agree that probably the best thing to do at this point is burn down civilization, return to monkey eat banana, right? Like that.
No, that
sensible,
seems
right?
like a lot of work.
That seems
I don't know if it's my job. I don't know if that's my job.
I mean, it seems like it might be one of the best solutions at this point.
I agree.
Of course. Is that
Yeah.
our job though?
it's one of the best solutions, but it's gonna be a whole lot of work.
Sometimes
Yeah,
forest fires
one person
occur.
tries
What
to
can
do
you
that. They call
You
them a
know,
fucking
it's just
terrorist, and then it's over.
sometimes there are forest fires. Oopsie
Yo,
poopsie.
look, we have gasoline and matches. It's not that much work, and literally we could cook sausages while we do this. Like this sounds fucking brown. It sounds awesome.
Not that we would ever cause it. We're just recognizing that it's.
Don't
it's
even
on,
really need the
we
gasoline.
can see it coming. It's like a
Like, kinda need
tsunami.
the
It's a
gasoline.
natural event. It's going to happen.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think the majority of the country is going to become soft brain retard toilet water drinking assholes, and they're all going to just talk to the government. If everyone else in the world's done it, you're one of the few countries that hasn't. Obviously, it's not going to happen. I would hope so.
Boy, Tom, if I told you all the guns I bought in 2023, I'm ready for this shit.
Where you live in the sticks?
Yes.
Yeah, good to see you. Good then. I live in the fucking city. I'm fucked. I have one strap, and if they caught me with it, I'd get fucking like 5 years.
I'm looking at my straps right now.
Canada's fucking gay, man.
Oh, I just came downstairs to have a cigarette. Oh, look, there's another gun.
Good man. Everyone and their grandma should have a gun.
Look, but this isn't just about like guns and nonsense, right? Like this is like a philosophical debate. Like I'll be honest with you, like the idea of like implanting a chip in my fucking brain, or even in my children's brain, sound fucking terrible and horrible.
I'm against it. Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. Nope. Not that's not a thing.
I think that if privacy wise it can be controlled, I'm actually all for it.
Privacy wise,
I've never heard someone in my life actually fucking want that shit. It's crazy.
Look, we're humans, right? We should be like creating a system that's good for humans, not a system that's good for the economy.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we should be pro-human, not pro our ideas of money. We're worshiping the Tower of Babel when we worship money. We should be being with humans. We should be worshiping the nature god.
But
what is this fucking Tower of Babel shit? Stop trying to produce this.
I'm pro-human,
like,
and when you say Tower of Babel, I've actually been learning Chinese over the last period of time, and I think that if I were to have some sort of cybernetic implant that made it so that way I could, interact with more things with Chinese language, I would learn it better.
You mean Yiddish?
No,
Yeah,
Chinese.
listen, man, you know what I mean? Like,
All right,
either
talking about
you
Yiddish.
are or are not supposed to be learning Chinese, right? You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to have a fucking chip in order to be able to allow you to fucking learn Chinese.
Yeah, but in California, it's not like I get a whole lot of interaction with Chinese people.
Man, you should learn Spanish. What do you mean fucking Chinese?
Why would I learn Spanish? It's not an
You
important
live in
language in the
fucking
world.
California. What do you mean?
It's not an
I know
important
Spanish.
language in the world.
I mean, there's a lot of Spanish people.
Yeah, but they're not a
Spanish
super.
Spanish is a tremendous language. Fuck Chinese, man. Chinese is a
but
bunch of pegs.
They're not a superpower. No country that speaks Chinese.
I feel like.
Oh man, this motherfucker's just trolling. I just realized that shit. Ain't no way you actually believe this shit.
Right, like, yeah. Listen, you shouldn't like you shouldn't be wanting a cybernetic implant to like.
Okay, so
make you better.
so we actually here's the thing, right? There is a legitimate debate to be had, right? And like seriously, this is a really legitimate debate. This is kind of like species defining.
I can't believe it.
What
Blows my mind.
hold on. So what are we do we want to become grabby aliens, right?
Yes.
And if we really desire to be grabby aliens, do we undergo a phenotypic revolution? And
That sounds insane.
my position is, yes, I understand the want to become a grabby alien. I understand that. But I think that's a choice that like the fucking Tyranids made, you know? I believe that,
He thinks the Tyranids are that sentient.
I believe that we don't do that. We don't even if a phenotypic revolution would be beneficial for us to attain grabby alien, I say maybe we become grabby alien through human, not through phenotypic revolution. Let's do it through human shit. Let's preserve DNA. Like, I want to become grabby aliens as much as the next guy, like 100%. But let's do it as humans. Let's do it the honest way, you know, like not the technological singularity. Ooh, that seems dangerous. Can we please fucking avoid this fucking black hole that we're falling into? Like, is there any way? Nah, we're not. We're not gonna get around it. Oh, it's gonna suck us in. There's not enough people that are actually trying to fucking row the boat away from the fucking singularity. Oh, it's getting dangerous.
The average person's a sheep, general. Remember, like they're sheep. They just want to like graze on fucking grass and like be led into the fucking slaughter. Like we have this idea that like the only value that you have is how much production you create, right? How much money you make. And like we are completely gone past the point of like going, do you have any other value? Right? Are you a good father? Are you a good brother? Are you a good like cousin, sister, aunt, whatever the fuck it is? You know what I mean? Like they don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? All they care about is like, am I able to like go and like fucking buy Jordans and like drink Starbucks?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
that's all human beings care about.
Yeah. We have to avoid the Tower of Babel.
I agree. Right. But like, listen, you know what I mean? Like these motherfuckers want to put like implants in their heads so that they can be able to like
create to interface with the fucking Tower of Babel better. Like they're insane. All these fucking people are nuts.
And this is why I say libertarian, because this is libertarianism on steroids. It's literally
this does not come from my branch of philosophy. This is obviously what it is,
bro. Listen, you have them. These people in here are libertarians, bro.
Yeah, I do want cyberization of humanity.
Well, I'm a libertarian. I don't want that shit at all. I want the opposite of that shit. We need less social media and all that kind of bullshit.
But when I say I want cyberization of humanity, I don't want the government in any way to be involved in it.
Okay, so
it's not gonna happen.
Are you okay with replacing parts of your brain with superior microchips?
Yeah.
Do you know what the earliest computer actually is? Do you legitimately know?
I think it's pretty fucked if you would be okay replacing parts of your brain with superior microchips.
Do you know that
can't be right. That can't be the correct decision.
Do you know what the earliest computer actually is?
Yo, I'll implant some shit in your body, bitch. I'm just saying.
Oh, Tom, don't come on to me like that.
Yeah, listen, bro. Like, yo, there was some shit on the screen.
Okay, can we stop being gay?
Shorty just texted me. You know what I mean? I'll just holler at her. But anyway, right. Like, again, so what I'm saying is that, you know, like, fucking, we should not be like.
And I am asking a question. Do you know what the earliest computer is?
1985.
Well, actually, that's actually a really interesting question. The earliest computer is the universe.
Close.
Or you think we're in a simulation?
No. I mean, literally, the universe itself appears to be some sort of non-mathematical computation that is like occurring. So as far as we know, I believe that actually the universe is the earliest computer that we are aware of. I think that's fair.
Well, I mean, the answer is 42.
That's
always
fair. But I'm
Oh, so yeah, 42. Yeah, fucking.
I'm gonna
What
put a
about
bit of an
memes?
I'm gonna put a bit of an asterisk in that. It's like what we consider a computer today, the whole microchip circuits, everything, is literally based on the organic nervous system and the organic brain.
Yes.
Yeah, you fucking see what you already have and then you recreate it. That's how that shit operates.
Correct. So we could understand better our own bodies, our own natural sciences. We created a
Yeah,
synthetic.
listen, no. See, we can understand our science really easy. Like, you eat food, you fuck bitches, you shit, right? It's a basic premise, you know what I'm saying? It's not that difficult, right? Like, you need exercise and sunlight, all these type of things. You don't need an implant in your fucking head to create that shit. What you need is to understand what humanity is and accept that fact. But we refuse to accept what a human is. We don't
Yes.
want to like be animals. Like, we don't want that shit. We want to like fucking be able to do whatever we want and like travel to fucking stars and live to my homies here. Hang on. And we want to be able to travel to fucking stars and like do all this shit that isn't human.
And conquer the universe, become grabby aliens. Fucking
Yeah.
That's what we have to do.
To become the grabby aliens, we probably need to cyberize, because then we can optimally use all of our senses.
No, we don't need to do all that shit. All we have to do is literally just be humans.
Yes, I believe that the best pathway to become the optimal grabby alien is to trust nature God, maintain humanity, don't construct Tower of Babel, don't try to pull away from technological singularity.
Do you believe in God? Do you
Is
believe in
actually
Jesus?
the
Are you a
best
person?
way to become grabby aliens. Like, straight up, that's my belief.
What the fuck is a grubby alien?
You effectively want to burn all knowledge and return to the Dark Ages.
That's what it sounds like.
I mean, does it sound bad if I agree to that? Does that sound bad? Does that
Very bad?
Okay, shit, yeah.
Because think about what exactly you're also throwing away. You're throwing away understanding of diseases, understanding of mutations, throwing away birth defects. Everything that today has allowed infant mortality to drop to near zero is a result of that advancement.
I know, but like, don't you think that if we give glasses to people, then like you're gonna end up with a population that is more likely to have eye disorders?
You have a population that's going to look at an eye disorder and think
they're
they
no
have
longer
fuzzy
being
sickness.
selected by natural. Like, there's not a natural selection happening anymore. So you're probably going to increase the rate of eye disorder if you just have glasses. Because they're no longer being selected for. Like, did you ever like? It's I'm.
But are they going to have a concept of that?
So I've got a question to propose. My best friend, he's got back problems galore, and he actually had to get an implant in his spine. If we're going to the return to ape, he would be absolutely crippled and disabled. Do we want to go down that route, or should we actually
look
support
forward?
that?
Imagine if we are in a future.
I understand how sad all of this is. Like, I understand that it's really, really sad that like we're gonna have to like fucking punch some Down syndrome children into the river. I get it.
So he
sucks,
never got that.
But we have to be concerned about our species here. I think, right? Like, this is why I have said on multiple times I am pro-abortion. Right? I am super duper omega pro-abortion. I think that abortion is great, right? And the reason is because statistically speaking, who gets abortions the most? The left, and they're just going to kill themselves. And I didn't even have to kill them. I allow them the privilege to kill themselves, and then they just go die, and it's awesome, right? Like, this is an unfortunate thing about reality. Right? This is nature, God. This is reality. I'm sorry.
But you're allowing them to take away my fun.
Then you're out of the
That's
game.
hilarious.
Yes, I have. Yes, I
I'm just
have,
saying.
Nostradamus. I have.
You're half right. You're definitely half right. That's hilarious.
Letting them kill themselves is counterintuitive towards the fun of the chaos that's going to happen after the 2024 election.
Look,
Not true.
there is a difference between allowing genetic rewriting and just letting nature take its course.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Gaming. Hey, everybody check out Gaming and Yelling on Twitch. He does the best donut related content on the internet, and I mean anywhere.
I fucking hate donuts.
Just want to.
You
I
hate
don't give a
donuts.
fuck. Shut up.
Crazy.
Just want to say this conversation is fucking boring and lame and stupid. And I just like
More
wanted
lame and
to
stupid.
give. Shut up. Just wanted to give you a comment. You know, chips.
What about chips?
I agree.
Man, you motherfuckers don't even get ketchup shit. That's fucked up. Do you know what ketchup chips
Travis,
are?
what up?
She's slacking on the ketchup chip.
I don't know. He just disappeared. Like, bro, it was fucking crazy.
Am I here?
Hello.
Hey, you're here. Travis, what up?
What up?
Are any of us here?
Oh, it's showing my camera.
Why are we here?
Anyone really exist?
I don't know. Yeah,
You
but
ever
anyway,
wonder why
right?
we're
So like
here?
this is what we've been kicking around on Discord here recently. You know what I mean? For anybody who don't know, like this is the arguments we all been having. So the question is it humanity or is it a future full of like bug people who like, and this is my also psycho, this is also my problem. There is no difference between a corporation and a government.
I agree.
So I mean, like just saying like, oh, I'm fine with this as long as, you know, all of us like fuck it, as long as the government has nothing to do with it, it's dumb because it's just going to be corporations who are government.
Yeah, this is why the anarcho-capitalists are kind of retarded, because like when you get rid of the government, there's just going to be a new corporation that becomes the new government. Like it immediately fails.
You're going to end up having like fucking Brondo running the government. You know what I mean? Like, because it got what plants need.
Wait, yeah, that's what plants crave though.
It's got
Electrolytes.
electrolytes.
Yeah.
But I mean, are we in any way going to prevent that from happening? I doubt it.
I mean, like, listen, the thing is like, you cannot be on their side, right? Because like that just helps them. You know what I
It's
mean?
not
Like,
that it's not that I'm on their side. I want to exploit the.
you're not going to exploit shit because they're going to have better shit than you. You're not a billionaire.
Yeah, but to still be able to, you know, surf the internet where I want and to do what I want, they're going to allow it because otherwise they're not going to succeed. Eventually, we're going to hit that breaking point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to end up, you know what I mean, like locking shit down eventually, right? And like, yo, if you want to like continue to be part of their shit, you know what I mean, that's up to you, right? Like if they lock shit down eventually, and like if we just end up on a level where we can't, you know what I mean, fucking be, you know what I mean, like we can't do what we're doing right now, I'll just leave. You know what I mean? And I'll just go back to like fucking having cows and chickens. And
There
dogs.
will never be a case where that happens because nature god always wins. Thank
Well,
you.
They
Nature God,
already
nature
tried
God
that shit.
it
They
is
tried that shit with
really
COVID.
important to understand that it always wins. It's always smarter than you. You dumb
So-
fuck human. It always wins. You can't get around it. It always wins. Nature God controls you. Like you're a puppet. And,
I agree with
but
that.
that's comforting. It's comforting actually that you are a puppet of such a benevolent God.
Oh,
Hey,
okay, but
Tom.
here's the thing about cyberization that I like the idea of. Tom, like me, is a smoker.
Yeah,
Our fucking days are numbered.
yeah, that's why I smoke.
Yeah. But if I can,
You really shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Switch to vapes.
that's just as bad.
I'll smoke cigarettes every day.
But if I get to the point where, hey, we've learned how to create an artificial lung, yeah, I'm going to want to do that.
Hell,
Oh,
we
no.
engineer
I'm
a lung that is
smoking-
resistant to that.
Like I'm smoking at this point to get rid of like the adult diaper years.
You know, honestly, like as a smoker too, like I don't
Hey
know.
Tom,
I think
Tom, I got a question for you.
No.
thanks, man.
When you grow feeble and die, or are near your deathbed, are you going to be in a retirement home, or are you going to be with family?
I'm probably going to end up being in a hospital. You know what I mean? Because like the lung tumor is going to get way bigger than, you know what I mean, like my ability to fucking breathe. And I'll just die in a hospital and it'll be fine. I don't really care.
You
right?
you will have no lungs, Tom. You'll just have two giant cancer balls.
No,
That's
no, Tom. I'm not talking about the tobacco thing. Sorry. No. What I'm talking about is like, assuming that you live like a relatively long and healthy life, are you going to end up in a retirement home, or are you going to end up with your family?
I'm gonna end up with my family.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
not going into a retirement home. You're going to live with your kids, grandchildren, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Right.
Good.
Like I'll be with my grandkids, my kids. You know what I mean? That'll be what it is. Right. And I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? My kids look after me.
Yes, this is good.
That's the point, right?
We have to get away from this fucking concept of the nuclear family. The nuclear.
No!
What?
What the fuck about
I
it?
agree. The nuclear family is
What the
really an
fuck
invention of the
about it?
last. Wait. The nuclear family is an invention of the last 100 years. It's stupid, right? It's supposed to be like a clan and extended family thing.
Yeah, I prefer the Japanese family situation where it's like you have multiple generations and.
Well, what he was probably going on about is that it's basically a clan homestead. You have a house that is
there's no
multiple
fucking
families in
reason.
it.
There is
I guess
no
not, dude.
fucking reason why a nuclear family should ever be a thing. This is bullshit. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Seriously, because we humans, the things that we should care about, we live in tribes. What do tribes have? They have grandparents. Occasionally, they might have great grandparents. I mean, it's rare, but it can happen. Humanity is not meant to be a nuclear family where you have a mom and a dad and 3 children, and they just kick the children out when they're 18 and fuck it. No, this is terrible. This is such a bad fucking idea, and yet we keep doing it. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts.
I
And yet
understand what you're saying now.
and
I
yet
definitely
we
understand what you're
develop
saying.
something worse by destroying the concept of a family as a whole.
Okay, all right. So listen, listen, ad hoc. That's there's a reason for this, and I'm gonna explain this now. We allow the marketing and like the corporations and the government to like dictate how things are, right? And we very quickly as humans adapt and like adjust to a new normal that like absolutely isn't normal, right? Like we would like if you became a slave tomorrow or went to jail, eventually like it would just become normal. That's what they call institutionalization.
Don't tempt me.
Right. And this idea of like the nuclear family, it comes out of the 1800s where like everybody was leaving Europe and going to America, and then like the Americans were going west, right, and conquering everything, right? And so this became like the idea of what you were supposed to do because we had an entire continent. Like it's the whole go west young man thing, right? We had a whole continent to conquer and settle, right? So there was plenty of land and area and space for everybody to be a nuclear family, right? And this has continued to operate up until now, right? When now it no longer makes any sense because the urbanized centers that are in constant competition with the urbanized centers elsewhere in the rest of the world for like manufacturing and processing and office jobs and, creative, like, and then the automation as well, the robotics and all the things that end up creating stuff. We no longer have like the idea of we end up being like rabid individualists as we like continue to expand downwards in our ideas of like how things are supposed to be. But this is a very foreign concept as to how somebody would have lived 300 years ago. right? And then before that, for the past 80,000 years. Like literally, you're supposed to be in a clan or a tribe, like a pack, like a group, right? That was like, these people you knew forever. That's why like Dunbar's number is like 300, right? Number of faces you can have, number of real relationships you can hold, like, fucking like maybe top end like 85.
It's about 150.
It's about 150, yeah.
Right. And listen, you're not going to keep
Maximum
relationships with
200,
150
but, yeah.
people. Like real interpersonal relationships, top ends is like fucking 30. But like
Top end for me is like 5.
yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
And this is how it's supposed
we're
to
all
operate,
autists
right?
on Discord.
Like this is very, 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 very different than how we're supposed to live as human beings. But we keep allowing these people to dictate the terms of how shit goes. Like we're supposed to have clans and packs and tribes and extended family networks. This is how this works in like a lot of the rest of the fucking world, but we don't have it here. And the idea of a nuclear family, it literally just comes out of like fucking Ford advertising executive shit that we all just accepted. And it's dumb.
So what's your
Yeah,
what's
that's why
your
I was saying
alternative?
the
Like,
Japanese
if you
culture
wanna-
is far superior than the American culture when it comes to family.
Listen, bro, I don't worship gooks. I don't worship motherfucking like
That's
goddamn fucking
offensive.
dipper heads. I won't worship motherfucking people with smaller penises than me. I'm fucking cool. All right.
But Tom, I mean, like if you're trying to offer an alternative to the nuclear family, like what would that look like?
Like extended fucking family
Tribes.
networks.
It's called tribes. It's literally the shit that we used to do for like way longer than the current thing that we're currently doing.
That's now
tribes.
You're not.
Did
just
we forget? How did we forget about tribes? How the fuck did we do this? How
It's
fucking dumb are we?
multi-generational households.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I like let's go like further back and say that like civilizations that sort of had a more not necessarily like monogamous, but like let's say like men who had like multiple wives and stuff. Like
That's a polygamous relationship.
Is
That is
you
a
have
hard
a weird way of
okay.
saying polygamous, nigga. Like,
Yeah, I do.
Honest.
Right, polygamous.
Yes, I do.
Okay, but like let's just take that
If you wanna
concept,
fuck a
right?
rectangle.
Like it's like if I like turn on my sort of logic brain and say like I turn my dial back in time back to like those times, yeah, it's like that is the way that it sort of used to be, right? And like the whole like I think what you're getting at, Tom, like you sort of answer my question where it's like like the nuclear family is sort of like it was made up by whatever the fuck Rockefeller or like whatever fucking groups like back in the day, like we're just like, oh, this is like the most this will make the most money for like this is like the best control sort of aspect or whatever. Like yeah, I kind of get that, but
yeah, you have to like, so like when you go back on like this history, right, anthropologically and like fucking societally as far as shit's concerned, you end up like going back basically everything we has from the British, and a lot of what the British came from is the Norwegian people, right, where they ended up giving women much more freedoms and rights, I mean in a very earlier stage than everybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these ideas, right, are antithetical to how most of the world fucking lives, right. But the British, because what they did was they took their fucking church and then they took their state and they combined them and just aimed them at the rest of the world. They conquered the entire world very early, right? And this idea of getting rid of these institutions that used to uphold things like the family, like for instance, that's what the Catholic Church was really good at. It was actually like fucking upholding the patriarch of the family. That's what it fucking did. Right, as an in general thing, it said, "Listen, your home is your castle. Like, we're gonna like fucking stand here and try to fight for your like ability to maintain that over top of the king." You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what the king says, you're still the king of your fucking castle. But we got rid of this because like the king wanted to be able to do whatever he wanted and pass whatever laws and shit and things that were good for the fucking economic means of the family, right? Like literally, the first time they mentioned the word state in history, it was the state of my economy. This has always been a fucking thing. And like we're trying really hard as a people in a society to like fold in shit that we really don't understand. And we're upholding things that we don't get the etymology of or the history or any of these type of things. And it's rabidly anti-fucking human. And it's bad. You know what I mean? And this is where fucking General comes in with his nature god shit. He's like, listen, you're supposed to do nature shit. You're supposed to be like a natural human being, and you should fight to be a fucking human, because being a human's a good thing. The problem is
It
that
does
like
tend
we've
to be a
stood
good
here and
thing.
freed up our women and done a whole bunch of nonsense where like literally now they can just chase after the top 10% of dudes and everybody else doesn't get fucking laid. And that shit fucking sucks for y'all. I feel for y'all. I do. Right. And that's why like I'm fighting for like to put shit back where it's supposed to be so everybody can have their shit and be able to live good, solid, decent lives and be decent humans and be healthier and be happier. Like literally, like 90% of all mental disorders disappear the moment you put a mother, like within 9 weeks of you being on a fucking farm working on a piece of land, because you're touching grass and eating food and being in sunlight and having proper relationships with other fucking human beings. This is the problem. It is so fucking easy to fix, but we refuse to stand here and try and fix shit because of the fact that like you want to fucking continue to have like fucking GDP number go up and keep your fucking technology.
I don't think it's that we refuse it.
all this kind of shit. It's an addiction. I agree.
I really don't think it's that we refuse it. It's that society just is not going to ever correct itself. We will continue going down this terrible route.
Fundamentally want, like what I want in my perfect utopian dream of how society might operate. It's like you know, humans when they were hunter gatherers, just doing hunter gatherer shit, but also with Wi-Fi. So we can all talk on Discord and like talk about like I do like the internet.
You can't have both.
But,
that's
like,
called having your cake and eating it too.
I know I can't have both, but I want it. I want it so bad.
Why not?
And
real
people,
quick,
and people are
Tom,
always going to go towards the route that makes it easier for them.
If you don't, of course, path of least resistance. That makes perfect sense. But Tom, I was going to ask like if you were to like put it on like a sliding scale between the, you know, quote unquote like nuclear family versus like the more
Extended family.
Yeah, extended family, like sort of like tribal, sort of like
traditional.
Patriarchal sort of. Yeah, how do I want to word this? Like, it's sort of.
We said it already. It's a multi-generational household.
Right.
Yeah,
But I mean, like,
it's traditional.
I guess like one of them is one of them is within the interest of the economic sort of puppet masters, if you want to call it that or whatever, and the other one is sort of within the interest of like I'm trying to be pedantic on purpose. Like the other one.
Let me tell you the game. The game is to stretch you out. Let me try to finish more fucking production.
Let me try to finish the thought real quick, and like you can. I want your answer, but one of them is sort of in more towards like the corporation sort of model. The other one's in the idea of like the quote unquote like patriarchy model, which I think is I don't think it's a bad thing, but like if you were to like do a sliding scale and say like if you were to put it in context of like what is best for the child, it's like would it be
the extended family, like having multi
patriarchy would be far superior.
Like if you were to judge it on a scale from like 0 to 100, and like 1, like 0 is towards the extended family, or it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter, but it's just a scale. But I mean, like 1 is, or like 0 is like the. Let's say
Stop trying to
100.
understand things.
Out, man.
I don't know. I mean, like when you say like a scale, it's like, you know, 100 is good and 0 is bad. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying like within just like a scale, like what is best for the child, like
the patriarchy.
Yeah,
okay.
A patriarchal fucking multi-generational household is the best for the child.
So Travis, here's the issue with the nuclear family. Is it's telling every American they need to.
Did he disappear for y'all too? Or just
Yep. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, so like this is what I was saying. Like, so it's telling every American that you need to like save up and buy a
during
fucking house.
retirement.
Bro, listen, you disappeared, psycho.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was saying the problem is the nuclear family. The white picket fence idea is you have to move out, rent a place or buy a place, and then after that, that's how you can attract a woman, because you're already wasting your resources. And then after that, then your parents retire, and then you have to take care of them, and then everything is on you. Rather than in a multi-generational household, everybody's taking care of themselves. It's
But
literally a clan.
I guess my main question is like in
Well,
that
no.
multi-generational
No. All right.
multi-generational
Wait.
household, like
I
does that
think
include like
Psycho
multiple?
almost got there. Hang on a minute, Travis. Psycho
right.
almost got there. What it is that like each individual, as you get older, right, or as you grow into being an adult, your goal is to like fucking go to work, take on debt, and create a fucking new life for yourself, rather than being handed a life that like your family has already worked for you. Right.
Yes.
And then like fucking absorbing the motherfucking long-term growth of like the people that like you that you're from, and then having pride and respect in those people and having to uphold it and move it forward.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree
that's
with
where I
that.
was going at.
Yeah, I know, bro. I just wanted to finish up your thought for you, man. Listen, because you didn't quite get there.
I'm already a bottle of
Hey,
vodka
Psycho,
down.
you
You're
should
good, dog.
you
You're
should
good,
thank
dog.
him for
I
finishing
got
your
you, bro.
thought
I
for
got
him.
you. Right, and this is why libertarianism is dumb, because libertarianism wants to divorce you
Libertarianism is
from
not
that
dumb.
idea.
You're it's a semantic fucking difference at this point. Like seriously, it's libertarianism. As long as it's not international libertarianism, as long as it is specifically national libertarianism, then it's fine. I think that we're in agreement. I agree with you, Pinoid. International libertarianism is some of the dumbest shit on the
Listen,
planet.
bro,
I
like
completely agree.
libertarianism are the people who like literally go like, listen, yo, your family should never be able to tell you whether or not you should be fucking like a homosexual or be like some weird ass motherfucking like bug person.
Oh no. See, libertarian for me is if you're gonna
No, your
say
family
stupid
absolutely
shit,
should
I'm
tell you
gonna
whether or
shame
not.
you because I have the freedom to shame you.
Yeah, shame is good.
Shame is good, right? But again, like it's not just like it's literally like the whole purpose of libertarianism is to divorce you from like your community and your family. Like, so
That's international.
Wait a
That's not
minute.
national.
No. It's just to divorce me from my government because I don't believe in government. I believe in my clan.
Yeah, fuck the
I believe
government.
in my community.
So what would you call it, Tom? And if you're not going to call it like libertarianism, like but like the better model,
yo, it's communitarianism.
communitarianism.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. I like the way that sounds. But I mean, like, okay, like let me ask this one question.
Good play.
So,
Good play, Tom. Good play.
Thank you,
no,
Tom.
it was no, it's legit. I mean, like he's not wrong. Like you've not been wrong about any of this stuff. I guess like my question is sort of
Yeah, I've done a lot of thinking about
does like a monogamy, like as far as like, monogamy is sort of one of those
monogamy.
Oh no, it's entirely made up.
hang on. Like we were talking about like the nuclear family and all that kind of stuff, and like, obviously that's a fabricated sort of ideal or whatever.
Listen, so like here's the thing. This is important to understand.
Let me ask the question before you answer.
No, I already got your question, right? Listen,
no,
so
you
like,
don't. You don't have my
Oh,
question.
he already got your
like,
question.
Listen, your question is easy to like go from here, right? Like your question is like, so how is like monogamy a thing? So like each community dictates
how is monogamy
that, like, relationships
different
are like
from
motherfucking like guaranteed, right? So like the rules and enforcement mechanisms are guaranteed at like a community level, right? So like if you're just gonna be like a monogamous person, if you want monogamous fucking families, right? That's how it works.
still
right,
works
but if you
within
want
the
polygamy,
context.
you can have polygamy too. It's your fucking thing. I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? It's
It
your
works
community.
within the context of communitarianism, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe as a libertarian, without monogamy, you don't have a family structure.
Tom, the only way that I can really like process things is through my gut, right? I just gotta vibe with it, as you know.
Yeah.
Vibes.
My vibes
Not
are
just-
actually my vibes are actually that I think that you might be correct. My vibes are making me feel that communitarianism actually is maybe more correct than libertarianism. There's a very subtle difference between the two, but shit, you
I
might have
agree.
won this round, and also fuck you.
No, I like that idea, man. Communitarianism opposed to libertarianism. It's sort of like one of them sort of has a little bit of an aspect of like the community is going to judge you if you do something wrong, whereas like libertarianism is like nobody gets to judge you whatsoever, and like that's a recipe for disaster.
So
Yeah, like-
the way that I've always looked at libertarianism is you protect your shit, I protect my shit. If someone's coming for your shit, yeah, call me to help.
Well, let
Right.
me ask you something. Do you think that there can be like libertarian Amish?
Shit.
I think that they are the quintessential of libertarian.
They
Are you
cannot. You cannot be a libertarian Amish person.
No, not
Who are you
yet.
asking?
I actually I do agree that you can't. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Amish are
they,
community
they,
based.
they all choose that lifestyle, and
No,
and the
they're
second
not allowed.
wait,
They're
hold
not
on.
allowed to be. Oh, sorry.
No, because they have whatever that is when they turn 18, where they can
Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if they choose not to stay within the community, they're not held in any sort of disregard from their family. They can still come visit.
no.
What do you mean, no?
They kind of can.
You
They kind of
cannot.
can,
You
but not.
cannot come back to the Amish community.
You
No,
can't come
They
back to it, but
can't
you can
come
still
back,
visit
but they can still
No.
visit.
as an outsider. Like
How different are the Mormons really from the Amish?
a lot different.
Very, very different.
I mean, but really, how different?
You're
Yeah,
very,
really.
very different. So like
I would say really different.
All right, so with the they're very.
Well,
very
look,
different.
I mean, yeah,
I would say that the Amish are more ethical than
the Mormons. The Mormons did like actually a really cool thing. They turned the Bible into a trilogy. Okay, based right. We can all agree on that. And then they kind of like made an isolated community for themselves where like they basically tried to get all the outsiders to fuck off because it was kind of a cult. But like in that aspect, I think they're very similar to the Amish because the Amish also made like a little tiny cult where they try to get all the outsiders to fuck off.
Amish are not a cult. Mormons are arguably a cult. Like certain sects are.
Mormons are definitely a cult, but
some of them.
But
the others
Amish a cult?
No,
General.
No.
Do you know who the number one group of people the CIA recruit out of?
The Amish.
No, the Mormons.
Really?
You can be a libertarian Mormon.
That's actually sadder. That's actually
Hey, at least it's not Scientology.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Shit.
I can kind of see that a little bit.
That makes me sad.
It kind of makes me sad too.
This is why I'm saying communitarianism, like above motherfucking libertarianism as far as like base shit. Because like you need like it should be a community.
If you don't mind, Tom.
Tom, I want to publicly announce this. You win this round. Actually,
and by the way,
Tom, Tom, I do actually believe you're right here. Communitarianism. It seems to be more naturally human centric than libertarianism. Libertarianism is actually built from human ideas, whereas communitarianism seems to be built more from qualia.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is that I understand exactly why you're right, and you 100% win this round. I just want to say that.
I want to ask Tom, if you don't mind, like it seems like a obvious difference. And I just want to hear you put it in terms, but like communitarianism versus communism, what's like the main difference?
Lack of government.
Lack of government. Actually, that's you probably put it in.
Communitarianism, like literally, like it's like you deal with the community, right? Where like communism, you deal with an entire like fucking state.
No, I think he explained it in 2 words, which is true. It's like lack of government. It makes sense.
Right.
But
so like,
here's the thing about communitarianism and a libertarian. I'm pretty sure everybody here, because they respect their neighbors, you return your fucking shopping cart, right?
Right. That's
if
a
I'm at a
big
small
one.
store, if I'm at Walmart, you'll fuck that shit.
That's how I. No, come on, man. Even if
Tom,
you're
you
on,
gotta keep that.
you gotta
who's
hold the
that-
same
You
standards.
can't say that you're
Who's that
communitarianism and you don't return your fucking shopping cart.
Fuck
Who
that
is that
shit.
YouTuber? The cart narc? That's his
Cart
name?
narc? Oh my
Okay,
god!
all right, listen. All
All right,
so
all right. I want
here's
to.
the thing.
I want to say right here. I
Cart
think
narc.
that the cart narc is a fucking jackass. I don't like
Okay,
that guy.
all right. So let me
I do not like
let
that guy.
me
Fuck that
let
guy.
me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all a story. All right. So you know, I have a son. He's like fucking retarded. Right. He's actually just a Zoomer, but I call him retarded because all Zoomers are retarded.
All Zoomers are retarded. That's true.
Oh, I mean, he's taken after his dad.
Listen, man. Like,
Also
I'm
true,
pretty
also
fucking
true.
smart.
Also-
I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah,
I just
100%
cracked open like 6 people on this fucking panel. But anyway, right? So like, my son, he's fucking retarded. So like, him and his girl went down to the Dollar General, and they took a cart and brought it home with them, right? And instead of returning said cart, they put the cart in my living room and stacked a whole bunch of shit inside of it and just left it there for like a week, right? And like, I was like, bro, listen, no, right? You know, I'm gonna take this motherfucker back. You know what I mean? Where the fuck it belongs. You know what I'm saying? And I walked the cart back to the guy.
Well, I know you live on the first floor now.
Right. Well, like I did. Like, but anyway, fuck, I had a house, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't have a house anymore. I'm gonna get back to that. Anyway, that's not the point. So fucking like, when I go to places like Walmart, right, where I'm like, I feel like you're taking advantage of my community, I'm gonna make your life as hard as possible because like, I don't want you in my community as a
That's
whole.
fair.
Yeah, but they're hiring. I mean, my local Walmart, they're hiring basically like retards to fucking pick up the carts, and I don't want to inconvenience them.
No, I don't give a shit if you shop at like Walmart or Safeway or fucking Raleigh's.
Got to get
or
some
whatever
water.
the
I'll be
fuck.
right back.
Okay.
Like, if you like, my question would be like, do you hold the same standard no matter like where you go, and like you put your cart back into the fucking?
Now, if I go to Carnes or like I go to Matzo Balls or like I go to like someplace that's like a small little mom and
You're
pop
somewhere
shop,
else. You're somewhere
like
else
3
than
stores. They have like 3 stores or whatever. They got like a store.
You
I'm
put your
100%
cart
taking
back.
the cart back, right? Because like, yo, listen, you know, what I mean, that's a small mom and pop business, and I want.
Well, why not? Why not Walmart?
Because fuck corporations.
No,
fuck corporations. That's why you just steal shit from the store, not inconvenience the workers.
I don't mean to like make.
I
don't mean to like make a fucking mountain out of a molehill, but like just for real. I mean, like you're not fucking over the corporation. You're fucking over like the
workers.
inconvenience for like the worker.
Well, no.
This is true because this is a franchise. It's not really a corporation.
No, so like if somebody runs into said cart, right, and like
Walmart's 100%,
then they could sue Walmart and make Walmart pay more money for like their car to be fixed, right?
I don't know, man.
I'm creating a problem for Walmart.
Okay, but Tom. I mean, like it, like for me, like personally, like putting the cart away for me personally, like you don't have to agree with this, but like for me, it's like a principle. It is a principle, and I don't give a shit if I'm at Walmart or if I'm at like the local mom and pop shop. I'm gonna act the same way. Like
Tom,
you don't follow that same dictate.
Tom, if I borrow your lawnmower,
this is us now,
and it was full of gas, and then I'm done using it, and I tell you go ahead and pick it up, and it's got no gas, and you're picking it up from me when I'm asking you the favor. That makes me the asshole.
Well, on a communitarian
here's the thing.
sense,
Wait a minute. Here's the thing. Okay, so like if you told me that it was out of gas when you gave it to me, I wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, if it was a surprise.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I have an issue with. Like, so like if you give me the lawnmower back and like it's out of gas, I'm like, hey bro, listen, I have no gas to put it. No, I got you, no problem. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, that's just how that works, right?
Yeah, but real quick, Tom, I mean, like answer my question. Like you don't hold it as a principle just because like one is a corporation, the other.
No, dude. Okay, hold on. We can actually witness exactly what Tom is talking about right here on Discord. Right. So, theoretically, I could be an asshole.
I'm so glad that you're answering the question that I asked Tom G.
Yes.
No, but I have an answer. But I have an answer for this. It's important.
Yeah, of course you do. Why don't you go ahead, man? Go ahead.
Theoretically, I could be an asshole to you, and you could be an asshole to me. Theoretically, at any time, we could all be assholes. We could all try to rob and kill and murder each other. But you'll notice an interesting thing about human civilization. we
Hey,
don't.
by the way, I kicked
tend
your
to
ass
do
in
that.
poker. By the way,
Well, yeah, I did not. I got unlucky with poker tonight.
I don't give a shit. Go back to your point.
Lol.
Did I make you lose your thought? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure you did. Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, again, like, so I have the ability, right, in my brain to like choose between, you know what I mean, like doing the right thing all the time and doing the right thing like when it's good, right?
Right.
And so like doing the right thing for like a terrible like a terrible person or a terrible entity isn't a good thing.
Yeah, but like, okay,
But you have to look at
This-
the macroscopic.
this could be
The
like,
workers are the ones who are the ones
yeah, this,
having to deal with the bullshit because
Exactly,
you
that's-
hate Walmart.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like you
I'm
could look
fine
at
with
this as like a total like dumb question, but like, you know, if you make the workers' lives a little bit harder, you know, by like not putting your card away, like you make them like go and like I guess my question to you, Tom, is like, you don't do that on principle. You do it off of like judgment
Malice.
of like,
Yes.
yes.
Burn down Portland. Don't worry, the insurance will pay for it.
Yeah, that's how I'm. That's how I.
Right.
That's
That's
how
the
I'm
extreme
seeing it.
example.
Ooh.
Actually, that's
Like,
kinda
why would you have a problem with being like malicious towards like a fucking entity that like is
No,
completely
because
No,
it's
you're
not
being
the
malicious
entity,
towards the workers.
The entity never pays. The entity never pays for your small digression in the.
They don't care. They don't notice. It's the people who are working who
Yeah,
have
actually,
to
you know what?
go and
you know
deal
what,
with the
Tom?
bullshit.
You know what, Tom? I have a good answer. I have a good answer for you. Okay. Like,
What?
so let's say that like there's these workers, you know, that like have to like pull the carts in and like organize them or like pull them in and like whatever. Like you doing the small like you can call me a fucking faggot or whatever. I don't give a shit. But I mean, like, I will
Yeah, I
like
do-
You
I
are
do
I will
also-
actually
like that
I,
is straight up.
I know I,
Yeah,
I
I agree.
invited it. I invited it. That's fine. But like
Faggot.
even in fucking Walmart, even in Walmart parking lot, like if there's like a couple cars that are just hanging out like close to like the fucking place where like you put them, or like they're outside of the door, like or whatever, like I'll wrangle them myself, because like I used to know what it was like to be like one of those workers. It's bullshit. Like it sucks, you know. Like it's like if I can make their job like a little bit easier, I'm thinking about the worker. I'm not thinking about the corporation. I guess that's my point.
Listen, I understand your purpose of like, you know what I mean, like wanting to like make things easier for workers, right?
Right.
I do. Right. But like what you have to understand is that like what you're doing is you're not creating work for that worker, right? So like when that worker has an easier time doing
no.
shit, right?
Oh no, my Walmart's
No.
plenty busy.
Let me
No,
finish
actually,
that whole
no. I think that's a good point. Actually,
No,
I think
hang
being
on, hang
obese
on.
is a good point.
What I'm saying is like the actual end effect of like actually doing that is that worker who is like downtrodden, totally like dismal, you know, like they're working in like a shit job. They look at me as like, it's not like a fucking white savior bullshit, whatever. I do it out of like literal like because like I used to be in like their position or whatever.
Listen,
Like
I
if
understand, right,
if they
that,
see
like,
me,
you know,
if they see me doing that, they're actually like, hey, you know what? There's actually a little bit of hope like within humanity. Like I've been believing my like for the last like 3
that what you
months,
wanna
like
do?
everything
You
is
wanna-
like fucking
you
coming
want
down
people
on
to have
me.
hope in
And like,
humanity?
you
Like,
know,
that's terrible.
hey, like this one person who's like being nice, you know, it's like, hey,
Yes.
there's a little bit of hope left.
Yes.
You know,
Hell yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's
I
the thing that's worth it.
Hell yeah.
whenever I'm at my Walmart neighborhood market and I see somebody put their card away, I always say, "Hey, thank you for being responsible."
Yeah. It's just like a little bit of community. Like it might not be like a communitarian in the sense of like,
No,
you know,
that actually is
within the.
communitarian because I'm giving them positive feedback. I'm like, "Hey, thank
I
you for
agree.
doing the right thing."
I agree. You're both shopping
honoring
at the same
social
fucking
contract.
store, even
I
though
get,
it's
I
like
get your mentality, right? But like again, what you should be doing is making things as hard as possible for multinational corporations to exist inside of your community.
Tom,
this is
I'm
true.
I'm
This is
okay
actual
with
truth.
I'm okay with telling people thank you for taking your shopping cart to the right location. Now
What's
look
wrong
over
with
the fact that I stole a Snickers.
Yeah, listen, no, see,
exactly, exactly. Over the exactly.
I am
Yeah, steal
1000%.
from the corporation,
Okay,
not the
listen,
fucking
I am
worker. Yeah.
1000% anti-stealing, right? Like I pay extra for shit, right? That like
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
like.
Tom, why don't you recognize this small thing where like even in a Walmart parking lot when it's like a fucking corporation parking lot, those workers are part of the community. They're part of the communitarian effort. If you can like show them a little bit of compassion, you're showing compassion towards communitarianism. You're not showing compassion towards the fucking corporation.
Listen,
and like you got it twisted
I'll be real
backwards.
with you. Listen, I'll be 100% real with you. I would much rather tip that worker.
Well, then do it.
Right. And like, you know, again, I would much rather like pay for that worker than I would rather like fucking sit here and
So
make
all right, let me ask you this. All right, to be real, man. Like
Yo, Tom,
you
like,
you
to be
fucking
real,
like
like,
okay,
I
look
respect-
this. Hang on.
I respect
look
so
this,
much
Look this fucking worker in the eye.
the
Like put
intelligence
the
of
cart,
the average man.
like the cart
Oh
worker.
man, the intelligence of the
Hang
average
on,
man
just,
is really high.
dude. General, just shut the fuck up for 1 second. Let me
sorry,
ask
sorry,
something.
go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
So
My
this
bad.
worker who's about to go out to wrangle carts, you're cool with like throwing your cart to the side where like they have to go wrangle it, but you go and give them like a fucking $25 tip and you're like everything's all fucking hunky-dory now.
What I would like to do, real shit, I would like to run my cart into a motherfucking like Bentley, right?
I don't give a
That way
shit about that,
Walmart
but I'm
has
just
to
saying,
pay
no.
for that
The
Bentley door.
hypothetical is you push the cart into somewhere where like they have to go fucking deal with it, but you
This
give
is
them a
the
fucking
problem, bro. Like, are you
$25
not
tip and
thinking on,
say,
like, a larger scale,
hey,
bro?
thank you for going and like fetching my fucking cart where I put it in like an inappropriate place. Like is that a good description of like what you're talking about, Tom?
No, I want to put it in a place where I guarantee that like a new car will hit it, right? So
Well,
Walmart
fuck
has-
you.
Don't avoid the question, man.
Tom,
Don't avoid the question.
why do you hate the fact that I have a 2023 Toyota GR86?
Well, first off, I hate the fact that you bought a Jap car, right? Just to begin with, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
not
you
even a
should not
Jap
be
car.
buying
It's
anything
a
from
Toyota that's also a Subaru and a Mercedes.
right? Again, I hate the fact that like literally like you own a fucking Jap car, right? But like mostly what I fucking hate as a whole is the fact that like I don't want like Walmarts around. I want
So,
my
Tom,
local fucking
you don't-
stores back. I
you don't
want my
have
local
principles.
fucking community, like
You don't have
because
principles.
you know what? Shut up, Travis. You know what my local store
Tom
does?
doesn't have principle.
Yo, listen, you know I have a lot of
Apparently
principles.
not.
Right? You know what I want? I want a local store that's going to sponsor my local fucking
I want to
kids
see that
baseball
shit.
team
I
and
want
their
to see
basketball
Tom like
team
I
and
want to
their
see
football
Tom
team. No,
push
I'm
that
not
shit
listening,
towards a
bro.
Bentley and then
Again,
fucking
listen.
hit it.
Okay, so like again, so I was talking, right? Fucking like I want a local community store that's going to take care of my local community and invest that money back into my community, not Walmart, which sits here and extracts motherfucking wealth and takes it and puts it back in fucking Arkansas and not in my local shit.
Okay, but my Walmart literally hires fucking artards.
Well,
No.
yes, listen, that's who fucking wrangles carts at the local grocery store too.
They're not getting hired by anybody fucking else.
Is this worse than Discord? Can we not say retard?
You can say whatever the fuck you want, bro. It's not the point, right? But like again, like he's just respecting the channel because again, we have respect for each other where we come from, right? But like again, literally, you like a local store will hire the same guy, right? Whether or not he works at Walmart, yes, they will.
No. My Albertsons did not hire any of these people, and Albertsons is more expensive, and the Walmart does hire those people, and you know what? They're actually really, really friendly and nice.
Yeah,
so that's why I go to the
I
Walmart.
enjoy the fact that like Walmart does that shit, right? And I got you, like Walmart does that, but on the same point, at the same local store, like down the fucking street, there's another one who does it there.
Then I agree. It's better. If you
You
can
know what I
shop
mean?
at the local store, shop at the local store over Walmart.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
But
right
okay, but here's the thing, Tom. I'm in California, so everything is corporate.
oh, you're fucked, man.
Yeah, you're
I know I'm fucked.
Yeah,
California.
see, like here's the thing: we in PA we don't have like large chains, right? Like so, if you want to go shopping here, like you go to like a Giant or a Wise or a Carnes or Foxes, you know what I mean? Shit that the rest of y'all don't even have in the rest of the country.
Yeah, I go to either Albertsons, Vons, or Walmart. That's pretty much all I
when you
got.
go to the gas station here, you go to Rudders or Sheetz or Wawa.
Do they still have Safeway or is it all Vons now?
I don't even know what Safeway is. What's
So
Safeway?
we still have Vons here in California.
It's like a California shit, man.
I don't know.
I think
Right,
you're
like-
bought out. It might have got bought out by Albertsons. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I literally like don't really give a shit, you know what I'm saying, as a whole, like about Walmart, right? And that's where my mentality gets to. Like I don't steal, right? Because I'm not a thief. You know what I mean? I'm just not.
Agreed.
You know, like that's my mentality. I'm not a fucking thief, right? So like I don't steal shit. Like I will pay extra for things, you know what I mean? Because I'm retarded, right? But I don't mind, you know what I mean, like paying for something, you know what I mean, like that is something I need or want, you know what I mean, or somebody created something that like I need. Like for instance, you know what I mean, I went and I got Blender, right? And they asked for a donation and I gave them $10 for the donation. I was like, here,
Yeah, fuck
thank
that.
you for helping me out. Because I'm using your product. That's way better than like going to like whatchamacallit, the fucking
When you say
Adobe.
blender, you mean like a physical blender, or you mean like a program?
No, like the program. Right? That's way better than going to
See,
Adobe and having them charge you
Travis,
$60 a month.
Travis, you're assuming Tom has anything beyond end user knowledge.
I don't know. We were talking about fucking stores. You were talking about a blender, right? Like an actual blender?
No.
But-
I'm talking about like Blender, the like fucking whatchamacallit, like the
program?
the
Kitchen
online.
utensil.
No, it's an online thing, right?
Yeah.
It's
There
an
you go. Ad hoc. Hey, how
But-
wrong
but-
do you feel right now?
But Tom,
Mom knows what blender is.
the animation studio thing, right? That they have, right? Because
okay,
I'm
but
Blender.
but Tom, so
Yeah.
you're targeting the Bentley, and what happens when my car gets hit? Why shouldn't I deal with what the millionaire car has?
What in
Like,
the
wait.
fuck are we
How would
talking
you
about?
like to have, like, instead of a 2023 like Toyota fucking Jap Gook piece of shit car, imagine having a 2024 Jap Gook piece of shit car.
Well, considering the Toyota stuff actually outlasts American-made stuff,
That's not
yeah.
true anymore. None of that's
Oh
true.
no,
Uh-huh,
it's 100%. It's
not
100%
true
true.
anymore.
Uh-huh,
That's not true
sure.
anymore.
That's why you need to buy
Sure
like
it is.
1998.
Sure it
Toyota.
is. Sure it is, Tom. And the Jones Act isn't real either.
Again, it's not true anymore.
Tom,
like literally, fucking the Toyotas made
Hey.
in Kentucky.
Tom, real quick, you need to clarify some sort of what's it called?
Vaginas.
No, like I mean, like just truth is truth. I mean, like let's say like eras like
No, again, like,
late
bro, listen,
late
America
90s,
has
late 90s Toyota, or like fucking
Listen, bro,
Japanese
we're not-
cars,
what year is it,
Japanese,
dog?
or if you
That
want
was
to use the
30
word
fucking
gook,
years ago.
don't
It's
give a shit.
current year.
I
plus
don't give a
one.
shit. I don't give a shit. You're
should
like
give
you
a
have
shit.
to agree. You have to agree that like late 90s fucking Japanese cars were better than American cars. Do you agree
No,
or
I like my
disagree?
American cars better.
I don't give a shit what you like. I'm asking what is better.
Japanese cars.
I'm asking Tom. Which
No.
one was better quality?
Again,
the
like
price.
literally, American cars are always better because they're built by American union workers.
Ah, you're fucking close-minded.
And they're designed to break down, so you have to replace it every 5 years.
Every fucking car is that way.
No, not Toyotas.
Yes, every Toyota is the
I
same.
gave you a specific range, man. It's a fucking obvious answer. You just answered wrong. It's okay.
I mean, shit, you still got cars from the 80s that are running today better than stuff from 2000s and beyond.
Yeah, I had a
I
98 Toyota
I drive a 94 Mazda Miata, man. Make fun of me. I
I'm
don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm so
It
sorry.
runs great.
We really do not make stuff like we used to.
Like I used to have a 95 Toyota pickup, and that thing had 250,000 miles on it, ran like a fucking dream until somebody stole it. That's the only reason I don't have that car anymore.
They stole it because it ran so well despite its age.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean, dude, my boss Dan, he has a what the fuck is it? It's like a 98 Toyota 4x4. It's a pickup truck. Oh my god, man. I mean, like that thing's worth
the early Tacomas.
yeah, and it's worth like it's a 4x4 like original, and like he's taking good care of it. I swear to God, that thing's worth fucking like $13,000, and it's like, what in the fuck? It's because it's a good fucking car, man. I mean, like, it's like there's no two ways about it.
To pivot this, I think, into something a little more general in regards to it, it kind of shows the problem with American economics. The thing is that the stuff we make today literally cannot compete with imports. because
Yeah,
the
listen,
craftsmanship
I don't.
is
Again,
shit.
I
Whole
don't
year of
care.
imports.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna keep
know.
it. I'm gonna keep
I
it
know.
100. I
Why?
don't care.
The question is why
Because
does
you're fucking
craftsmanship?
biased, bro.
No. The shit, the American craftsmanship today is mostly shit because we can't compete. Why can't we compete? Because we'd rather litigate the government to say, hey, you have to mandate buy American stuff instead of Americans innovating and learning to craft shit better.
Yeah, that's literally not the problem, right? Again,
No, that's the problem.
It's not the
That
problem.
is
Right,
the
so here's
problem.
That's
There
the
was-
problem.
no.
There was
Here's,
a whole
here's the
era.
problem.
There was
That's
a
the
whole
problem.
era,
No,
and
it's
like
not the problem.
I'm not a
Consumerism.
fucking. I'm not a
No, the
weeabo
problem-
or
the
anything,
problem
but there
with
was an era
American-
like within.
Yo, bro, listen, I'm sorry to God,
Yeah.
right? The problem with like American shit, right, is that like what ends up happening is like the American Congress stands here and goes, you have to meet this mandate for this safety feature for this.
No.
Yo, literally,
And they
bro,
did
okay,
that
listen,
because
I'm
they
done
were
talking to you,
lobbied
bro.
by the government.
Not like again,
By the
and what
corporates.
ends up happening is that like fucking the American companies have to sit here and jump through all these hoops while they're trying to pay American workers American fucking wages in American fucking cities while paying American fucking taxes, and these other companies don't. That's the fucking issue.
That's a piss poor excuse.
No, it's not.
No,
Yes,
it just solidifies my point.
When
No,
you can pay people like fucking 30 cents an hour and they're willing to work 800 hours a day, you know what I mean? Of course you're gonna be able to create like fucking amazing shit.
No, the issue with the American cars is all of the unions. They decided that they can do whatever the fuck they want, and
You have a problem with Americans getting paid?
I have a problem with lazy Americans getting paid.
You have
Yes,
a problem with Americans getting paid?
I have a problem with lazy Americans getting paid.
Again, I don't have any problem with Americans getting paid.
I have a
think
problem
it's
with
actually
lazy
kind of a
Americans
good idea
getting
that
paid.
Americans
Do you have a
get paid.
problem with the market dictating quality?
Again, I have a problem when like Americans aren't getting paid.
I
Americans
think,
need to be paid.
I
No,
think
no,
Americans
that is
should
not-
be getting paid.
Tom,
That actually
you
does
answered a
make sense.
question I didn't ask. Do you have a problem with the market dictating quality?
Yes,
Why?
because like I have an issue with
Because-
the fact that like again
Look, Tom,
I
I don't
have-
give a
again,
fuck about
actually,
anybody in
I-
Detroit.
That's
I
a
am
horrible
behind-
answer, by the way.
I am behind the because answer. I think actually
So
the
the
because
Jones
answer
Act
is
doesn't
totally
exist for you,
valid.
capitalism.
I mean, again, the Jones Act literally just dictates what ships can move on the motherfucking American waterways by and who has the ability to like fucking captain those ships. That's what the
Why
Jones
was
Act
it
is.
enacted?
Why was it enacted? It was enacted to
Yes.
like fucking stand here and maintain. Oh, this was enacted during like the Wilson era to be able to like stop fucking foreign nationals from like being able to be on fucking ships and shit.
Why?
For national security reasons.
Why?
For national security reasons.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
I'll be
probably.
back.
No.
I'll be back. I'll
Yes.
be back. Do you want me
No.
to leave or mute myself?
So Tom, why do I need to give a shit about what happens to people in Detroit?
Because of the fact that
You
like,
don't
those
have
things-
to give a shit about people in Detroit. No one is ever gonna make you have to give a shit about anybody.
So then I'd rather give my
Except
money to
for
Japan.
your children and your grandchildren. Those
Yeah,
are
I
the
mean,
only
like,
people
listen,
that you
you
really
know,
have to give a shit about.
Like, so here's the thing. We have this big ass economic market in America, right? So when one of us gets paid, right? When some of us get paid, all of us get paid. That's how that shit works, right? Because like a rising tide raises all boats in economics when it comes to like our fucking pay structures. That's how that shit operates. Because if somebody's willing to pay you, you know, what I mean, $30 an hour, you're not going to go work for the guy paying you 15.
Yeah, but why would I buy a Chevy when it's a piece of shit compared to a Toyota?
Yo, because like that guy who built that fucking Chevy's making $42 an hour, right?
Okay,
And the guy who
so
built that
so
Toyota is
why
making
doesn't he build a Toyota, which is a vehicle that is actually reliable?
again, because of the fact that like fucking Japan can stand here and fucking get parts from like Indonesia where they're fucking spending, you know what I mean, like fucking 85 cents an hour for workers.
Cool.
No, I'm not okay with that.
No, exploit the fucking third world for all I cared.
No.
Yeah,
no.
fuck the third world. I agree.
Listen, that's us chasing the fucking wages of the third world.
Japan is
Right,
not third world.
But I don't want to
I don't-
spend $90,000 on a sports car when I could spend $45,000 on a sports car.
Well, I mean, sounds like, you know, I mean, you shouldn't have a sports car.
No.
Japan's not third world. What the fuck are you talking?
Yeah, Japan's not third world, so them exploiting Indonesia isn't my problem.
Again, it's not about them exploiting Indonesia. It's about the fact that now you're competing for the wages of people in Indonesia.
Who do you want to be president? I'm voting for Nikki Haley personally. Are we all in the same?
Yo, see that general fucking ad hoc immediately laughed because he picked up on the fact you were being sarcastic.
Well, I think that had to have been sarcastic. Nobody wants fucking Haley. Literally,
Brett,
literally nobody won over Haley.
I mean, there's some donors that like her, to be
That's
fair.
what I've been saying to Tom, Captain Capitalism, but he apparently disagrees.
You think the Indian guy's better than Trump?
And you guys, what?
The Indian guy, you think he's better than Trump? Whatever the
Vivek?
fuck that guy's name. Yeah, Vivek.
Vivek's not even in the race anymore.
They all backed out, dude.
Well, no, again, like, yo, Cappy, it's not about the fact that like cheap garbage saves money in the short run, right? It's about the fact that like when you're competing like with the world's wages, you're gonna have a hard fucking time, right? I would much rather like pay for dog shit than like fucking buy really good shit if I know like their workers aren't fucking being paid.
Okay,
Because
but
it's that simple.
Wait, Tom, are you?
in America,
That's anti-slavery.
Yeah, I am anti-slavery.
Well, but that makes GDP go down.
I feel you, bro. I know.
but Tom, most Toyotas in America were manufactured in America.
They were assembled in America.
That's manufacturing.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Toyota plants in like Alabama where they make like body panels and shit, they literally just got busted having 13-year-old Guatemalans that they brought in, like, on fucking in vans and shit.
Oh, fuck yeah, saving money.
Like, I'm done, bro. Like, listen, I'm done, though. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't defend like their fucking garbage ass bullshit.
It's still better than paying a fucking union in Detroit
It is
that then sends all of their fucking union fees to fucking the Biden campaign.
Listen,
all those motherfuckers send their shit back to their home country, though.
I always have had a problem with like how the unions have like backed the fucking Democrats, right? And that shit needs to stop. Keeping it 100, right? But like really, real shit. I would much rather like us, and this is the big thing. I understand like their political contributions and all that type of shit, and like they're fucking like their way that they do things. What up, Ash? The things that they do socially are a fucking problem. But like ultimately, like them being paid allows for like their workers to be able to like live better, right? Which builds better families, which builds better communities, which again, I am pro doing.
Okay, yeah. Better communities. Let's look at Detroit in modern day.
Detroit's dog shit again because of the fact that we let the Japs in.
No, it's not because we let the Japs in. It's because we let the unions take over.
Because you let the blacks do whatever the fuck they want. What are you talking about?
It's because the unions took over, and then there has been nothing about it ever since.
Listen. All right. So what we did in America, right, as a whole in the 1970s, this was under Nixon. And then Jimmy Carter afterwards, we passed what was known as the cafe fucking standards, right? And it took a while because like American horsepower, like out of their motors, like the horsepower per liter, like it dropped like fucking 95%, right? While they were trying to figure out how to maintain like be able to make cars that were like, functional while still meeting like the standards for like the EPA regulations that ended up happening, right? And so it took a long time for us to adjust, and especially and then on top of that, while they did that, they also did the safety regulations with like Ralph Nader thing, right? The unsafe at any speed shit. They sat here and had to like recreate their entirety of their fucking car from fucking scratch and like rebuild their fucking technology while at the same time competing with the motherfucking while competing with the fucking Japanese cars, which were built, with like cheap Japanese and Chinese fucking labor at that point. And it basically just ran us the fuck out. It's the same thing that happened with our steel. Like we make better steel than anybody else on the planet, but like, we don't have many steel mills anymore because China dumped massive amounts of cheap fucking steel onto the fucking market. Right. It's how it works.
So the Toyota Helix has been used in every war in Africa.
What's the American equivalent? It's like the Tacoma, or no? Helix is different.
I mean,
No, it's still a Toyota.
like the
It's a Nokia
American
of cars.
equivalent would be like the F-150.
No, F-150 is a piece of shit.
F-150s,
God.
F-150s. Listen, I don't drive Fords, right? I'm not a Ford guy, right?
But yeah,
like,
because what does
it's a
Ford
solid
fix or
ass-
repair daily?
It's a solid ass truck.
Fords are not that bad.
No, it's not a solid truck. It's that everybody's got it, so you can easily scrap another one to fix it.
All right, so like back in the like 80s and 90s, and even in the early 2000s, you could get like a F-150 or a Chevy 1500 or like, you know, I mean, a fucking GMC Sierra, not a Dodge Ram because Dodge are trash.
Right.
But like you can get any of these vehicles and they would compete against a Toyota Hilux as far as like abilities and like fucking running, right? Because they were fucking solid, well-built trucks. They had been built in the same fucking 5.7 liter motor or the 5.8 with Ford for fucking 60 years. And they had it fine-tuned. They had it down to a point where like literally it was just bulletproof. I mean, they were great fucking vehicles.
Yeah, and now where's the F-150 nowadays? It's a piece of shit.
Again, literally,
It's
this is
not that
because
bad.
of government fucking regulation. It has almost nothing to do with unions.
Hey, Tom. All right, I have okay. I'm gonna tell you like a little, very, very quick story. But I mean, I used to own a 2001 Honda Civic, right? You know, like a whatever shitty, you know, whatever.
Was it a
car.
hatchback?
No. It was a
Okay.
LX. I don't know.
What the
It was
fuck
like
did you just say, man? Listen, what type of car was it?
it was a Honda Civic.
Okay.
And it was like a LX. It was stick shift, you know, whatever. But like the thing was like it blew a head gasket, right? And like I had to fix it. And I towed that shit all the way to like where I live. And like I was looking into like what is the cheapest way to fix this like blown head gasket? And like it turned out that like there's like because and you can this is what I'm curious about, like your opinion. Like it turns out that like in Japan they do this fuck, it's gonna turn into like a long story, but they after in Japan, like after I think it's about like 30,000 miles, like they actually like replace the engine in the car, and they take these engines that have like no more than I think it's no more than 48,000 miles, and they sell it across the world. I got like the cheapest way to fix my head gasket was to order a new engine, or not new engine, but like, you know, no more than 48,000 miles on this engine delivered to my door. It was from like I was living in Nevada, and like it
For
came
about
from
$800.
$500
Oh shit.
$500, shipping included, everything, you know, delivered to my door for a new engine. I swapped the engine out. It worked perfectly. You know, that's, I mean, you can't argue with that. I mean, like,
listen, all right. So I've had like fucking like for instance, like I had a Chevy 1500, right? Where like, you know, like I ended up having to like put new heads on it. Like literally I went and I got used heads and had them fucking machined and motherfucking redone for like fucking $300.
mhm.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about having a
What are you
like
talking about?
I went
Like,
from
literally,
I
like,
went from an
parts are, like,
engine
10
engine that had 212,000 miles on it to
Yeah,
an engine that had 48,000 miles on it from Japan,
yeah.
delivered to my door for $500.
I can get an entire rebuild kit for like a motherfucking Chevy 15 or for a fucking 5.7 liter or you know what I mean, like a fucking or a fucking 5.3 liter for like fucking
Look,
$200 and redo the whole thing.
I drive a Chevy in my work vehicle. I can tell you it's the biggest piece of shit ever.
I don't know. I love my Chevy, man. Fuck,
Well,
it's
like,
amazing. It's my
like what
favorite car.
do you think about that concept that, like, you know, old ass fucking Japanese car that you can order? I mean, like Civic was
You
like
can do this
obviously
with almost any American car.
No. Oh
Yes.
my god.
You can't swap out a fucking, okay, you tell me where you can buy an engine for a fucking Dodge or a Chevy or a Ford or whatever for $500. You can get an engine delivered to your door
Jasper.
for fucking
Jasper.
Jasper. What is
Yes.
that?
They're called Jasper motors.
And how much do they cost?
Again, they're usually like fucking $500 or $600. You can order a whole new engine.
And how many miles do they have on them?
They're rebuilt.
How many miles?
They're rebuilt.
How many miles?
I don't know. They're rebuilt. Don't matter. They're rebuilt.
Whatever.
They
I'm
rebuilt.
telling you, I'm telling you, 48.
Rebuild doesn't
I
mean
went
much
from
to me.
fucking 160,000 miles on this fucking car to 48,000 miles, no more, and it worked beautiful for $500. You can't beat that.
Again, literally, they are rebuilt. That's what I'm saying.
How long did it last?
They take them, they fucking pull the pistons out, pull the motherfucking crank out, fucking pull the valves out, new valves, new pistons, new rings,
the
crankshaft.
sad story about like my situation with that was like it would have lasted a lot longer, but like I fucking after I put it in my fucking car, I crashed it after like 2.5 months. So yeah, oops.
Yeah, but again, like literally, you're not saying that the motor lasted, you know what I mean, like fucking 500,000 miles. What you're saying is like,
I had no idea. Who knows how long it would have lasted. I mean, like,
so what you're saying is because you got the new engine, you decided to hot rod it and crashed it.
No, I didn't even hot rod it. It was just I was just like a fucking dumbass. It was a really dumb story, man. I literally like I was on the freeway and my phone fell into the passenger.
Yeah, never care about your phone while you're driving.
I know. No. Oh,
you learned that lesson.
I learned the lesson. Yeah. No, I fucking I went for my phone and I ended up fucking going into the left side bank and I bapped the wall and I ended up limping it like back to my work. Oh man, that was so
hey, at least your car didn't get destroyed by Tom leaving his shopping cart out.
It would have just been like a quarter panel, bro. Like your fucking car would fine.
No. I fucking the axle was bent and everything. It was so stupid. I could have parted it out and stuff.
Like
I sold it back to fucking pick
Listen.
Yeah,
right, so
when you kiss a curb at high speed, your vehicle's fucked. I know that because I had a 95 T-Bird that I did that.
It was a fucking barrier.
Yeah, all right. So like, here's the thing. What we're doing is like you're living in like the past, right?
No,
so like today you're living in the past.
What do you mean I'm living in the past?
I thought the entire thing, Tom, was that we go back to the past.
Listen,
yeah.
All right,
you're flipping the script now, Tom.
Shut your whore mouth at the moment, right? Okay, so like,
so you're coming to my side now.
A 90s engine versus today, right? Or just the differences are fucking insane.
Which is my point the entire time.
Hey, whoever at Pick and Pull fucking pulled that.
Okay, listen. Anyway, right. So like, fucking, you're talking about throttle body versus like port fuel injection with motherfucking like actual like where you're gonna have like different timing and fucking like piston shutdowns and fuck all this shit. Like there's no way that you're doing the same thing to a 90s motor that you're gonna do to today's motor and being able to fix it and being able to just flat out fucking swap it the fuck out. The ECUs and the fucking probes and the goddamn sensors and the electronics, it just no. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that you're doing the same exact shit today that you're doing back in the day.
This
right?
was
And a Honda motor, like them fucking old VTEC fucking motors and shit that they had back in the 90s, they were fucking great. Just like a 3800 from fucking GM was an amazing fucking VTEC. Bulletproof fucking motor that never died. Right? The car would rust out around it. Right? And these are things that like you're not taking into account when you're talking about fucking vehicles and shit. You know what I mean? The end of the day, like there's plenty of fucking like old like fucking vehicles that had great like for instance,
dude,
a really good instance of this are the fucking like the postal service vans, right?
A lot of dude, those things are still from the 70s.
Yeah, they have 1 million miles on them.
Yep.
Right. These are GM motors.
No, they're Dodge.
No, they're GM.
No, they're Dodge.
They're GM.
They're Dodge.
They're GM.
Good chance. They're
I've literally looked at them. They're Dodge.
No, they're GM fucking vehicles.
Are you talking about?
No, they're Dodge.
Are you talking about for like the actual mail service, like the U.S.
Yes, the small little mail truck. Yeah, they're Dodge.
I think they might be. I don't know. I'm not sure.
They're Dodge.
The Grumman LLV, the long life vehicle. Yeah. All right. So it also was used as a Canadian, but the LLV uses a chassis built by GM based on the S10 with an aluminum body built by Grumman.
I've seen their VINs. Their VINs literally have Dodge.
Again, literally, they're fucking GM vehicles. That's why they had the fucking. They
Who
have
gives a
the-
shit?
the
What's the
freaking
difference
four
between
cylinders.
GM and Dodge? What you guys like arguing about?
Nothing. They're both a piece of shit.
Again, it's a
Obviously not.
1982 They're
If they have fucking a
1982
million miles on them,
Chevrolet
they're not
S10
pieces of
Blazers
shit.
powered by the GM fucking 2.5 liter inline fours. It's the Iron Duke motor. I'm looking at it right now.
Hey, but real quick, like Tom, like you are aware of like in like that whole, I can't remember like the exact years, but it was like 92 to like 2000 or something. And well, obviously you don't know. I'm talking about Japanese motors, so you don't give a shit. But like they had this like whole gentleman's agreement that like, you know, they didn't want to like make their cars more than like I think it was like 180 something horsepower. Like they were like, because like it was because of like they had like the racing scene like going on in like the 80s and stuff, and like the Japanese like made an agreement like they're not going to make their cars like stock like more than, I think it was like 100 and might have been like 160 horsepower. I can't remember. But like what they did was like they made their blocks so solid that like it was still appealing to like, we're talking like 2JZ, you know, like
Yeah,
those
but
engines.
once that agreement ended, we ended up with the Supra and the Skyline.
Well, no, that was within the Supra and the Skyline, like the early ones. Like they were not allowed to like make their cars more than like, I want to say 184 horsepower. I think that was like the maximum or something. Like but they made their blocks capable of being you know, boosted or whatever. Like they made their blocks like super solid, you know, just because like they knew that like their market, like the people who like were the racers and stuff, like they wanted that. Like America never did anything like that. Like they were like that whole ideal of like appealing to like your market base, you know, America for the longest time, like even during that era, was appealing to like the what is the most cost effective. They didn't give a shit about like they're like that was like the beginning of like the soul, like what's it called, like the what's it called, like the planned obsolescence.
I mean, and also like you don't look at like how much of like Honda and Toyota were also like loss leaders in America when they brought them in, right? Like they were losing money for every fucking car they sold.
Oh yeah, no, they weren't appealing to American markets, but like they were popular. But I mean, we
Like,
did
again,
we had the
they were
embargoes
running
too.
loss leaders. Like this is the fucking again, like they didn't compete legally. It's fucking
Right.
It's like China, right? You know why China was able to dump fucking steel on
But,
American
dude,
shores? Yo, it's because they sat here and subsidized the electricity and fucking coal costs for their
Japanese are
fucking
so
companies.
different from China, man.
Literally, like half of the fucking Japanese cars that were made in America or that were brought to America back in the 80s and 90s were all built in fucking China.
No.
Yes.
No. They're either built in fucking Japan or Milwaukee. Like there was the whole thing with like the Pontiac, what was that thing? Like the Fiero. You had the Fiero, you had the Fusion, you had there was like yeah, I don't know. There was that whole thing.
So Toyota was so popular that it had sister companies, which is Scion and Lexus. That's how popular Toyota is in America.
Oh, that wasn't
Yeah,
even.
Scion's still around?
Yeah.
You can even
it's
say
not.
like
Scion's gone.
the most
Yeah, but they
recent
still
one.
have parts.
So the most
Yeah, but
recent
they're
one
gone.
was the 86, the Toyota 86.
Yeah, that's what I
And then
got.
there's
Beautiful.
the Subaru BRZ. That was they actually Subaru got in on that. And then there's the Scion TC. All those are the exact same car.
No, the TC is different.
Well, whatever. They're
The
pretty
TC
much the
doesn't
same car.
have a Mercedes transmission.
Okay. Well, I don't know. They're all the same shit, though.
They're close to the same shit.
Dude,
But
you look.
the BRZ and the GR have a boxer engine in it.
No, no.
Are you talking about the modern ones?
No, the BRZ does not have a Boxster engine in it. No way.
Are you talking about the modern ones?
Yes.
Yes, they have a boxer engine in it.
No.
Yes, they do.
I gotta look this up.
It's a WRX engine.
I don't think that's true.
They're sister cars.
So BRZ TC. So there's the BRZ, there's the TC, and
The GR.
the 86. No. What do you mean the GR? What is that?
The GR86.
Well, the Toyota 86. Is it called the GR86? Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put that in. GR86. Differences. I'll be so surprised if the fucking BRZ has a fucking Boxster in it. I don't think that's true.
It's a four banger.
I almost bought one of those.
They're pretty nice. I just didn't get it because Subaru doesn't have as good as a care package as Toyota.
Yeah, and literally, like, while like all of y'all were sucking a dick at like the fucking tacos and all these fucking Toyota cars back in the 80s and 90s, they were losing money. This is a fucking like, yo.
So what is the problem with buying a car where the corporation is losing money? Aren't you the one who said fuck
Yeah, weren't you the
corporations?
one that wanted to fucking ram fucking
No,
Walmart
what I'm
fucking shopping
saying
carts
is,
into
like,
Bentleys?
it is not profitable to build these fucking vehicles that they built, right? And therefore, like, their workers weren't getting fucking paid.
So why am I worried about the corporation's profits?
And then I was concerned about the workers getting paid, right? Like, I'm fine with like a company fucking creating a car for the value of what it is while it's standing here paying its workers a proper wage.
Dude, you're like, I'll be honest with you, Tom, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth, my friend.
I'm not.
No, you are.
Yeah.
You're sticking up for certain corporations within America, and
I stick up
others.
for American workers.
Whatever,
But the American
dude.
workers are producing shit.
Again, listen, I don't care. They're not producing shit. Like, what's happening is the companies are creating what they can create while they fucking pay their fucking workers.
Yeah, but if they're producing shit, I'm not gonna buy it.
They would stop producing shit if, like, literally we didn't have to compete with fucking China for fucking labor. And the cars would cost what they cost.
Yeah, but I've seen Chinese cars and those are actual shit compared to American cars, which are shit. Now, Japanese cars are good.
Again,
look up once.
Japanese cars are still dog shit.
No, they're not.
They are. I would never drive a Japanese car ever.
Get behind the wheel of a Skyline and tell me that.
Yeah, I won't drive it. I'll fucking wreck into a tree on purpose.
Well, then you'd probably owe about $100,000.
Shit, man, your fault for giving me the fuck keys, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so are we talking like oh shit, no, that's 2024. What kind of engine is the BRZ? No way.
Man, listen, bro, like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about?
True Driver Sport 2024 Subaru. I feel like the BRZ that I'm talking about is like when all three came out at the same time. There was like the Scion TC, there was the BRZ, and the Toyota 86. It was not a Boxster engine, but apparently like the 2024 Subaru BRZ it's a fucking 2.4 liter Boxster, which means it's the EJ.
Yeah, it's a WRX engine because
But
they
I'm
found out that
talking
it's one of
about.
the best
All right, how about
engines.
when did it come out? Fucking
The whole line came out in
BRZ.
2021.
BRZ first model. I swear they all had the same
Yeah, they all had the same specs, and it was in 2021.
But the BRZ was the only one that had a Boxster.
No, they all had a Boxer.
Really?
Yeah, it's a collab car.
Yeah, I know it's a collab car. I didn't realize that they were the fucking. They all had a Boxster engine now.
Yeah, and those Boxer engines are fucking fantabulous.
Unless you need to do the fucking spark plugs. I hate fucking Boxster engines. I had a fucking 2.4 GT 98 Subaru, whatever. I can't stand that fucking engine.
Well, that's why I have the great Toyota care package where if my turn signal light goes out, I go to Toyota and say, "Hey, fix it."
Yeah, I don't know. I have something I can work on myself.
No, I had I guess like
well, yeah, I can work on it, but the idea is I don't want to.
I do want to.
Why? I work all day.
You know, it's funny. Like
I like having cars that I can work on myself and turn around.
I can work on my car, but I don't want to.
I like
Hang
working on
on, here we go. So engine, transmission, drivetrain. The BRZ is only available with the engine. It's a FA20 naturally aspirated 2.0 liter flat four. Oh, well, when they say flat four.
Yeah, that is literally like part of our culture here is working on
No,
cars.
you're right.
I don't want to work on my Hayabusa.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a Hayabusa. I'm not a motorcycle guy, just as an general thing. I'm just not.
Yeah, I know in motorcycle culture, yeah, people buy Harleys because they work on it. It's like
I'm cool, bro. I don't like Harleys either.
Yeah, but I mean, when I have a fine-tuned, driving machine, I'm gonna trust experts because I will stick to my field, which is locksmithing, and I will trust a mechanic to be a mechanic.
Yeah. Speaking of which, where's Dingleberry been at, man? I haven't seen him in a minute.
Dude, I'm so glad that I didn't buy this.
The BRZ?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were thinking about it, go with the Toyota because you would have had a better plan.
No, I don't give a shit about any of that. If they're all fucking Boxster engines, fuck that.
It handles fucking fabulous.
No, I don't give a shit. I need to work on my own cars, man. I hate working on Boxsters. I don't like them.
I don't know. I'm a truck guy. I don't really give a fuck about handling.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about towing.
Yeah, I care about towing. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I drive just to drive. You know what I mean? I like driving just as a general thing. I don't really like fucking, I don't care about being able to go fast and take quick turns and all that type of shit. Like I've driven like Porsches and I've driven, fucking Mercedes and BMWs and fucking all that shit.
This is so frustrating. No. Like I'm looking up like a
the fun thing about a sports car is when you're driving around, always leave your GPS on for your location, so that way you get alerts for where there's a speed trap. And then you bait a Mazda Miata driver into wanting to race, so that way you can pull off at the end, and they think that they're doing great, and they beat you, which they obviously didn't, and then they get pulled over for a felony speeding ticket.
Yeah, it seems bad, but listen, I don't like, I'm not a race guy. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna race something, it's probably I'm not gonna race things. I'm just gonna I like the sound of a vehicle. I like sometimes going fast, but it's not my thing, man. It's not my bag. I like a vehicle where I'm on some big ass jacked up fucking rims or tires and shit. And I'm fucking going off road and fucking going down to the fucking river or up a mountain or something. That's kind of my bag. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm looking into this.
Man, I mean, my shorty, she fucking stands here and she'd fucking we run.
Oh my
run down my road, and you should get mad at me because fucking I'd be doing 90 miles an hour down the fucking road and shit. But
I can't believe this, man. Was Subaru fucking spearheading this whole thing? Why is it a Boxster engine?
Yeah, Subaru started the whole fucking Boxer thing.
Well, no, I know that
it's because the WRX is is just such a
But
good rally car.
I thought Toyota 86 was the first one to come out, and like
No.
Subaru followed suit or
No.
something.
No, they all did it together.
I know. Oh man. Okay. Wow.
It's because the WRX was a rally car and everybody loved the engine because it's good at quick acceleration. That's
listen,
literally
your
it.
speedometer's broke. I don't do more than 90. Like real shit. It's just your speedometer's fucking broke, bitch. Like, yo, I don't know why the fuck. Like, listen, get a better fucking
Man,
car. Stop
I'm
buying German
so
bullshit.
I appreciate your input, man. I love being wrong, you know? It's I am fucking wrong. All these they're fucking flat four Boxsters.
Yeah, I was on a waiting list for 2 years, so I know everything about the cars.
Yeah, I was that
And
close to
Tom,
buying.
What up?
and Tom, you will be happy to know that America only imports 1,400 of these cars per year.
Good.
Are you
Keep 'em out.
talking which ones? Which one are you talking about?
The GR86. Toyota is only allowed to import 1,400 of them per year.
No. They're done. I mean, like they had their run and stuff. They're not. I mean, I'm much happier with a fucking 94 Miata. Like if I ever get enough money put together, I'll drop fucking $20,000 into that thing and put it LS. And I don't know how Tom feels about this, but I'm gonna put a fucking LS 6.3 liter in that motherfucker.
Why do you care about Tom's opinion? It's your car.
I know, but I mean, like, I don't know, Tom. How do you feel about LSs? Are you a fucking Mopar guy or what?
Yeah, I'm a Chevy guy, right? I don't know about.
You're a Chevy guy.
Yeah, I'm a Chevy guy, right?
There you go.
As far as LS swapping everything, I don't know. It's kind of played, but like listen, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do.
Wait a second. Wait. Hold on. Your Miata.
Yeah.
So Miata is bought out by Ford, and you're gonna drop a.
It's a 1994. It's old.
Yeah, listen. So the problem is that like the LS motor is just it's so easy to like fucking swap into everything.
Yep.
And it just fits in everything. This is the problem
there's
with like
kits.
motherfuckers like Toyota, blah, 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 like literally fucking the goddamn fucking LS Chevy motor just goes into everything.
Bro,
And
can you imagine a 6.3 liter V8 in a fucking car that originally weighs like after I do that and put in like a 86 Ford I can't remember like the right name, but like
wait, isn't
Ford,
wait. I was thinking, isn't Mopar Dodge?
Mopar is Dodge,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about LS.
LS is Chevy.
LS is Chevy.
Yeah, but you said Mopar.
Well, I was asking.
confused.
I didn't know what I said. What I said was I don't know if Tom is a Mopar or a Chevy guy, but he says he's a Chevy guy.
I'm a Chevy.
Nobody should be a Dodge person. Nobody.
Dude.
Look,
hey, come on.
I'll be honest with you.
There's kits to fucking put a elephant in the fucking Miata. But I mean, like, I'm not going to do that. That's
and only that the elephant's like $90,000.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about spending $20,000 on this.
Get an LS motor for like $800, bro.
That's
so cheap.
No. Well, I mean, like, if you go to like junkyard and do it that way,
no. If you go to a junkyard and get it for $100,
no.
Yes, all day.
No.
Yeah, all day.
No.
Yes.
No.
I mean.
If it's like maybe a block, but like not the
no.
motor.
You can go to like say like Harry's, you pull it in like fucking Wilkes-Barre or in Hazleton.
Well,
and
we have over here on the West Coast, we have something called pick and pull, and like if you want to pull, if you want to, yeah, exactly. And I mean, like you're like I guarantee you, like the one that I want is from a Escalade, like 2007, 6.3 liter, and like. You're not gonna find that for $100, my friend. Like it's gonna cost you like $2,000, even just from like fucking pulling it, you know. Or
you can go to a junkyard. Yeah, it's like Shorty said her kid got a motor for his Spider for $450.
Yeah, that doesn't happen here on the West Coast. That
happens here on the East Coast. We have a lot of dead cars because of rust.
Apparently, we have more mechanics than you guys do. We have more.
You have a ton of Mexicans.
Well, that Mexican mechanics, they both start with me.
Who knows? They might be Japanese.
But the issue with here on the West Coast is everything is scavenged so hard.
So
Where-
hard, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you-
everything lasts.
You have to. You can like literally like. There's apps that like you can go on there and like see like what they get in the yard like day by day, and like people do this. People literally like watch the app and like see what comes in, and like the second like a fucking like what I want like a fucking 2000. Basically, 2000,
So again,
2005,
here's the thing, like,
2007
so like,
Escalade.
literally, like, you end up having to scrap a car because of, like, the amount of salt that they put in the roads for the wintertime
No.
on the East Coast.
Oh
Like,
yeah, sure.
So, like, literally, like, half the cars that are in the junkyard are there because the frames rusted out.
Right, but the engine's good.
Yeah, the
That makes
engine will be
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so you end up having, like, you can go and get a motor for like $150, $200 out. You can
That
go
makes
get
sense, man. Over here, bro, it literally costs you like fucking like $800 to pull a motor. Like there are certain like minivans and like certain things that are like K24s and stuff. And like those things, like literally the fucking junkyard will fucking charge you like $1,400 like fucking with the engine.
Yeah, Tom, we have the exact opposite problem here on the
Yeah.
West Coast. Is we drive so much that all of the parts are the problem. But you got, hey, if you need a new shell, which is basically the vehicle, hey, that's the golden part.
I don't know about that.
Well, as long as they weren't like, smoking meth in it.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I've looked at like popular engines over here. They cost money, man. Like, there's maybe the problem is like on the West Coast. There's just like enough like gearheads that actually have money, and like that's why they cost money. But like,
No, again,
you want
literally, like, you run your cars forever, right? That's the issue. Is that like when you scrap a car, it's either because it was in a fucking accident or the motor died, right? Out here, we scrap a car because it was in an accident or the fucking frame rusted apart,
right.
So like you just have massive amounts of fucking parts.
But you guys, do you have like? I feel like over here, maybe you could be onto something where like entrepreneurial Mexican immigrants are like very savvy,
No,
they got
it's because they're broke.
no. Okay. My question is like, why is it that like engines over here cost more than it does over there? Okay, that's my basic question.
Again, because of the fact that like literally we have lots of engines because our cars rust to shit.
Okay, so let's just say our cars rust to shit too.
They
Like,
don't.
because
Yeah, our cars don't rust.
Yeah, that's why
Well-
like when you go get like that's why you have like a giant ass restoration.
but I
scene
mean,
right
like,
now.
why the fuck? Okay, like
we don't like we don't
we're
have
in
a big
agreement.
restoration scene here because of the
We're
fact
in
that
agreement
everything
that like the body, like the frame damage due to salt is like has nothing to do with the engine, right? So why are your engines cheaper than ours?
Oh my god, because you have to scrap a car because the fucking frame rust out.
Yeah, their shit is falling apart, and because it's right there next to them, they get it.
I was gonna say, like, I think he's onto something that like we have Mexicans over here that are just like they have their ear to the ground, and like the second that thing goes into the scrapyard, if it has like a good engine, they're gonna pick it up. If you're on the East Coast, you don't have that problem.
Yeah, like if I were to pick up if I were to try to pick up an RB28 engine for
Or like
a
a
Nissan,
K24.
I don't know what that is.
Come on, Honda K24 VTEC. Come on,
Oh,
that's like
I'm not a fan of
fast one.
Hondas.
Well, it's just the engine.
Yeah, I like Nismo and Toyota.
You want like a G8 or something? Oh wait, no, that's Toyota. Never mind. What do you like? Nissan?
I like Toyota and Nissan.
What do you think about like the? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Like I like cars that have engines that
Dude,
give it that oomph without being heavy as fuck.
I don't understand why you don't know what a K24 is.
Yeah. So all right. So an engine
I'm
with
just not
no
a fan of Hondas.
accessories. All right, an engine with no accessories at Harry's, you pull it is $250.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish. Like we literally, I'm not kidding. Like, Tom? Have you ever heard of like a company called Pick and Pull?
No, we don't. We don't have that here.
I know it's a West Coast thing.
Yeah, we have our own like fucking.
Yeah.
We have our own shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like at Pick and Pull, like if you have like a desirable engine, if it's like a K24 or like a even like a for my car like a Mazda, if it's like a 94 or 94 to 96,
you can pick up like a fucking like a LS1 or an LS2 right out of Harry's for like $250. Bring it home, put it on an engine stand, and rebuild it for another $250, $300.
No, you're
$500
right.
on a brand new motor.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, like I would say over here for LS, I want like a LS, either like LS1 or LS3. One's like the iron block, the other's the aluminum. But either one, like you're looking at like even though like you pull it out of the car, they're gonna charge you like between $800
to $1,200.
Yeah. $800 and $1,100, what I would say, but yeah,
it's $250.
Like,
You pull it out yourself.
Yeah, what do you think about that, man? Like me and Schizo are on agreement. Like over here, like that's what it costs. Like psycho. That's what I said, isn't it?
No, you said
Schizo.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're just a guy on Discord, but like, yeah, I understand where you're at, right? But like, again, it's different over here, and this is why like we drive GMs and Fords and shit, and like we drive American cars because like it's just easier to fix them here.
What about a fucking? But you're saying an LS?
Yeah.
Why don't you drive LS or like why don't you drive Chevys?
I do. I have a Chevy Tahoe.
Gay.
God.
Gay.
I have a Chevy
overpriced crap.
So if you're from the East Coast and like you grew up in the 90s, you want like a Cadillac or a Tahoe or I mean like a fucking Buick Regal. That's what we drove.
I gotta have this overpriced box to impress my friends.
Regal's a shit box, man.
Yeah, listen, Brandon, they're fucking great. Like it's just we cruise. I mean, we don't fucking like. I'm not worried about going.
Do you have do you put it on? Do you put it on like 22s or 24s?
No, I have 34 inch. I have 34-inch tires on mine. It's like all.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, you know how that car ends up in California?
Bro, I had no idea.
It ain't in your fucking
black, bro.
It ain't in your driveway anymore.
Not 34-inch rims, 34-inch tires, bro.
Okay. I was talking about rims, man. 34 tires. Like that's pretty.
They're the stock fucking 17s.
Oh my god! Wait,
Tom,
34s really?
Tom, here's the other thing I hate about Chevy. As a person who is a locksmith, Chevys are the most stolen vehicles ever.
That's not true.
Not for long.
Not true. The most stolen vehicle in America is like a Toyota Camry.
No, it's Kias.
No,
actually Kias and Hyundais, but that's a different story.
Those are only because of Illinois.
No, it's a defect in their fucking key thing, but
no. Everybody who keeps saying it's a defect in the key, it's not a defect in the key. It's the fact that the ignition housing is made out of plastic.
You never heard of the Kia Boys?
Yes, I have, and I've seen all of that shit, and it's bullshit. They say, "Oh yeah, we're just sticking something in." No, they're literally grabbing a pair of channel locks and just busting the ignition out, and then you can turn it. With
so would you say? Okay.
The ignition.
The number 1 and 2 vehicles stolen in America, right, are of course like a F-150 and a fucking Silverado, but like then it's all Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, GMC, Honda.
Yeah, and when it comes to the Ford, it's because the Ford, they don't use a transponder key, and when it comes to the Chevy, it's because they're made to be stolen.
Well, I mean,
I literally make keys for them all the fucking time because I can pick the ignition over. You shouldn't be able to pick an ignition, but Chevys you can.
I mean, again, the most stolen is like the '04, right? So like it's literally like the old ass, like fucking like older cars because like everybody loved them, you know, what I mean, because they're fucking great.
Yeah, and also it's hard to get parts for them, so they're
They're
hot
easy.
hot
Oh my god,
button.
they're so easy to get parts for, bro. Like, listen, the parts are. What are you talking about? Like,
The parts aren't everywhere here on the West.
yeah, again, like literally, like all we have are fucking like GM and fucking Ford parts here. That's like everything is GM and Ford.
Yeah, we don't have that over here on the
We
West.
don't have
That's why.
Asians here. We don't really have Mexicans.
Yeah, but that's why we have a shit ton of chop shops here in California.
Yeah, we don't have like fucking illegal immigrants all like that up here. It's not how it works.
But yeah, but I wish
ready for 'em.
California didn't have a shit ton of illegal immigrants, but here I am.
Get ready for him, man. We're exporting them.
Yeah, listen, no, we don't want them.
I don't give a shit.
I don't want them either.
You're gonna get them whether you like it or not.
We got Puerto Ricans, and Puerto Ricans drive like F-150s and you know, what I mean, fucking Chevys and shit.
Hey Tom,
And
by
black
the
people,
way,
and then we have black people and whites, and all of us drive. You know, what I mean, like you know, Union Bill.
Buicks.
yeah, scrapers, yeah.
Yeah, you know, what I mean, again, it's just better here. That we don't have all that Jap bullshit all around all the time.
Jesus. Hey, are you doing truck driving right now or are you off?
Nah, man, listen, I'm at the crib.
Nice.
Yeah, fucking it snowed tonight, so I took the night off.
Hell yeah, bro. Good on you.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. I'm here since it's been about 2.5 hours. I'm about to shut this bitch down, and I'm gonna get something to fucking eat. I'm fucking
Yeah,
hungry.
bro. I'm on that same level right now. I gotta do the same.
I'm fucking.
I took on a voluntary fucking shift tomorrow. Don't judge me.
You're good. And listen, I'm probably gonna go in tonight. But like, yo, look, man, I'm listen, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming on, Psycho and Travis and General and motherfucking forget this fucking face, Scott and motherfucking
Man, fuck all those niggas.
I don't remember their motherfucking names, nigga. Like, I'll be honest.
Hey, by the way,
There's one
Tom,
more on ad hoc. Right. I want to thank everybody for coming and gaming for stopping by. You know what I mean? I love all y'all. But y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe, motherfucking. We'll be back with more content here soon. I'm gonna holla at y'all. Peace. Be like,
oh
one.
shit.
I'm
We're
about.
being recorded?